Do you know when I first started working here? It was like week 1, and I was with this one kid who was working here, and I thought Cliff had left the office, and I thought it was just me and the guy Joe.
We on, Stan?
Yes, we are live.
You want to keep going?
So, all right. So it was the first week that I was working at G Fuel, and it was just me, Cliff, our CEO, and one other guy. And I thought Cliff had left the office, so I thought it was me and this guy Joe, and I kept meowing. I was meowing for like 15 minutes in my office, just going meow, meow. And all of a sudden, like 10 minutes later, I just hear Cliff scream, "Is there a fucking cat in the office?" And I like, my heart like stopped. I was like, this is my first week on the job, right? I'm like, oh, I was like, no, that was me. I was like, I thought you were Joe. Sorry. And he was like, what? I just didn't say anything.
We got, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Menace and The Man. What's this, Stan? Episode 62?
62.
62. Today we're joined by Sal Triolo.
Triolo.
I like to say it
You
Triolo.
just got me saying my name wrong.
What do you call yourself? Sirloin Sal?
Sirloin
Sal, a.k.a.
Sally Pots and Pans,
a.k.a.
Mysterious Bobby, a.k.a. Sally Boy, a.k.a.
Sally, how you doing?
Sally, how you doing? A.k.a. Sally Bag of Donuts, a.k.a. Salamander. Okay.
Oh, I gave you that one, Salamander, didn't I?
My dad calls me Salamander, too.
Oh, fuck him.
And then we got Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace.
No one cares about you, Stan.
Well, welcome everyone to episode 62.
Sal, we've had you on the show before. This is your second appearance.
Yes,
What is your position at G Fuel again?
I'm the Chief Partnership Officer, so I handle all the business development, all the partnerships, B2B partnerships, like Bandai Namco and the WWE and all the companies that we kind of collaborate with and make flavors and cool activations with. That's kind of like my realm.
And today we did a little... So G Fuel sponsors the show. So does Great South Bay Brewery. So Sal gave me a G Fuel. I went old school. He gave me the powdered one, where I think this is Blue Raz. And then I gave Sal a Great South Bay Brewery, the Session IPA. What do you think?
I really like IPAs a lot.
That one is really... Stan doesn't like IPAs, and the owner at GSB Brewery gave that to Stan. Stan's like, I don't like IPAs. Stan has a little bit...
I'm liking a lot of the IPAs from
I like
Great
this
South
one.
Bay. I like even this one, the Blood Orange Pale Ale.
Yeah, that one's
It's
pretty good.
Love-hate relationship for me now, because I'm actually, like, as I'm getting older, I'm developing more and more of an allergy to, like, beer. I don't know if
I've
it's
been
like...
noticing that. Like, people...
I don't know if it's the hops or what, but after, like, 2, I can't breathe. I'm so stuffy, and I love, like, a good beer, too. Like, a nice cold, like, IPA. Oh, it's amazing. So it kind of stinks. But
I've been noticing that. Like, Stan, how many friends do you have now? Like, yeah, man, I got allergies or I'm allergic to this. I'm like... Did you used to be allergic to that? No, I don't know. Like in our older age,
all throughout college.
It's like we're getting weird.
Why have you had that, Menace? A lot of your
I
friends.
mean, not me, but like my younger brother is like now, you know, he's got a gluten allergy. He's got to take like a medicine before he eats gluten. I'm like, what?
I have a gluten allergy now, and that could be it.
You know who Jared Cannonier is?
Yeah.
Sal.
No.
You don't know Jared Cannonier? He's like a surging middleweight.
Black dude. Who did he knock out last?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He's got like an afro.
He's beaten Anderson Silva. He's beaten a few guys.
Yep. Okay, I know who you're
We
talking
getting him
about.
on right now?
Yeah, let me just jump in.
Let's get him on. Let's get him on, dude.
Welcome him back to...
Wait, I want to talk about gluten, though.
We can get into it with Jared.
Yeah.
Jared,
what's up, bruv?
Hey, it's going good. How you guys doing?
There it is. Now you got all of us.
how are you? Welcome back to Menace and The Man.
I'm doing good. How's it going, fellas?
Good. How are you today?
Good.
It's doing good. You guys look cold up there.
It's not warm.
It's cold.
Yeah.
You know? It is not warm.
Sal's a little overdressed for what we got going on.
Well, he's
now.
got a moose knuckle jacket. You know, have you ever heard of the brand Moose Knuckle?
I've heard of a moose knuckle. I've never heard of a brand.
Well, it's like an $850 jacket. So he's on set flexing on everybody.
It's a very...
It is nice.
It's a warm jacket.
Yeah.
He works for G Fuel. You know, I guess he's G Fuel's doing well.
Shit. See if they can send me a sponsorship or something.
Well,
Ah.
he would be the guy.
This might be the guy to talk to.
Yeah.
All right, hit me up on Instagram. We're gonna hook up.
I got you.
Who do you guys do now? Just Wonder Boy and Menace and the Man, right?
Yeah, Wonder Boy,
Chris Wade.
Chris Wade as well.
Chris.
So a few UFC guys,
Yeah.
MMA guys.
Yep. So the biggest thing for us is, I mean, when we were still like hardcore into the sports nutrition industry, we had MMA guys left and right. But as we started transitioning into gaming, now our focus is on the gamers, and but some of these fighters play games, so it works out.
Jared, do you game?
I'm gaming right now, actually.
Oh, what do we got on?
Is that
I'm
Kakarot?
playing. Yep, that's it.
How do you like it so far? I didn't start it
Oh
yet.
man, it's everything you would think a Dragon Ball Z action RPG would be. So it's pretty good so far.
That's everything that they said it was going to be too. They were like, it's basically like reliving your childhood almost.
Yeah.
That's
Do-
awesome.
So now I'm at the point where where Goku is fighting Vegeta.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so you're still kind of in the beginning.
Yeah.
Do you stream?
I want to. I mean, I bought a gaming computer and everything, but I just don't have the time right now or the money to get that thing set up.
Because I mean, before I got into streaming, G Fuel actually like held my hand and showed me how to do it.
That's the business they're in, basically. Yeah.
So I mean, that could be something
Fuel?
like, hey, they could show you, hey, buy this, buy that. They could put you with some guys, and what they could do if you like host some of your streams or something like that, or have you on as a guest streamer. Are you good?
I mean, I don't suck, but I play at this point in time. I play mostly action adventure one player games.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't play
That's-
Call of Duty or Fortnite. Or,
Yeah, that's the life I'm about.
That's what I like too. I like games like Fallout, The Witcher, stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah, Menace.
I'm waiting for Final Fantasy VII to come out. I'm gonna be spending most of my time in that.
Yeah.
That-
get into those,
waiting,
Menace?
I'm waiting for Cyberpunk.
No, because the thing is,
Yeah.
like with those single adventure, like sometimes you gotta really like. I'll do as much as I can do. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know where to go next, and I'll go and like retrace my steps. I'm like, I still don't know. And then they want you to buy a book of how to do it. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't want
some
that
of them
shit.
are like really like extensive where you could get lost for sure. Like Fallout 4 was like that. There's just so much to do.
Menace is into shooting motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Those
and
are the games he
also
plays.
like in those single player adventure games, if you don't do good, it's like you suck. Now, when I'm playing against other people, if I don't do good, it's because they're cheating and it's bullshit.
So you don't like one player games because you don't want to be accountable for yourself. It sounds
I mean, hey, yeah.
Hey,
like, if we
whatever
lose as a
works,
team, it's like, Stan, hold your weight over there, you piece of shit.
Had you been there to shoot the guy who shot me, we'd still be alive.
Yeah.
It keeps going that. And I mean, for like, I play like I guess as one players to get is like some like Need for Speed action where I'm in there just trying to get my cars better and shit like that. I'm racing. But if I'm shooting people, I want to like, let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Let's get in there. Let's get wild.
I don't like the shooting games because I think they desensitize people to shooting and stuff like that. So
I disagree. I think it's bad parenting.
I'm not saying we have more gun violence because of video games. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of them people. But I do think if you see enough of something, it will desensitize you to it. So
yeah, that's where like
it's
parenting comes
scientifically
in
proven.
and like because
it's scientifically proven. So
oh yeah,
and I think it is.
huh?
Oh yeah.
How many shootings are there in China? Those motherfuckers are so good at video games.
But anyway,
Right?
I don't want to get into that. That's a whole different debate right there.
Well,
right? Is there a lot of shootings in China?
I have know nothing about China, but
Me either. I just
that's
feel like
what's
there's
up.
not.
Jared Cannonier is a gamer. We weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before we got you on, I was schooling Sal on some of the asses that you've kicked recently and how you're surging in the middleweight division.
Fuck
Dave,
yeah.
Dave Branch, Jack Hermanson, Anderson Silva, who everybody knows. And now I see Darren Till. Is this official?
No, I think it would have been official by now, but
He didn't
I
want
think
the
he's trying
smoke?
to get more money. He's trying to get more money for it.
Oh,
So,
my gosh.
yeah, Yeah, we're in that seat right now. So, hopefully they figure something out, or they just sign it. I mean, I don't want to get on social media and start telling him, look, man, and tell him how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But hopefully, I mean, I'm just trying to get a fight. I want my fight. It's a contenders fight. If that's not enough reward for him to say yes to the opportunity, because at first he was getting scheduled to fight Jack Hermanson. You know what I'm saying? Probably for a shot at the title.
Yeah.
But right here, it could be. I don't know. I'm not sure what they gave to him, but for me, it's my contenders fight.
100%.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I mean, I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, and even you versus him is 100% a contender fight because he just beat Kelvin.
Yep, he's number 5. I'm number 4. Why can't that be a contenders fight?
Yeah.
As far as the rankings go.
Yeah, one of the reasons why I retired is because, like, I'm so far away from the title. Like, could I have stayed in the UFC and made money? Yeah. But, like, I wasn't fighting for money. I was fighting for a fight. And you're starting to see that more and more these days. I get it. You have so many fights. You have so many years. Make the best out of it. I get it. But win those motherfucking fights. Get that title. And then, the money's gonna come,
Yeah.
Like, Chris Weidman, one of the most badass things he ever did was, like, re-up my contract. Nah, let me go fucking knock this motherfucker out for the title, and then we'll I'm like, that was...
Yeah.
That was a boss move, but, like...
Risky, too. It doesn't always work out that way.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, he believed in his shit. He wasn't like, nah, I'm not gonna fight him. Let me get some more money first.
Yeah.
Like, a real fighter fights anybody, anywhere, anytime. Like, the money will come. Just fight more that year if you want more money.
Yeah. He did believe in himself, and he made that happen, too. So,
I agree.
I feel the exact same way. I believe in myself 100%. I've said it before. It's going to be for the title eventually. So,
Now, when were you guys tentative for? March, right?
Yeah, March 7th.
Is that same card as Adesanya Romero?
Yep, and I heard they just put Brunson and Edmen Shahbazyan on it, so it's going to be a nice little middleweight affair on that card.
Oh, wow.
Have you noticed that they do that? They put guys that they kind of want to match up later on on the same card. So, like, hey, you guys fought at the same time. You guys are going to be ready. I've seen that a lot. Like, I think me and Philly fought on the same card one time, and next fight, I fought Philly,
Yes.
Yeah.
And even now, the UFC is in that mode of they put a middleweight fight on the undercard of the middleweight title fight in case something happens.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
backup plan.
There you go. Yeah, it's nice. It works as a backup plan. It works for marketing purposes. People see all these middleweights who could potentially fight each other, so they get to see them all fight, and
you guys on the same like schedule. Yeah,
what they see.
That's smart.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So it's real smart.
That young buck Edmund though, he's good, that kid. But I think he might still be young. Like, he hasn't got to that next level of competition where the guys are a little tougher.
I don't know. Like you say, he's undefeated. Shit, he's looked good in all of his fights. It's all of his fights that I've seen. I think he's fought in the UFC 2 or 3 times.
Yes, I think he's 3-0 or 2-0.
3-0 in the UFC. So that's impressive in itself.
Yeah.
So I'm 3-0 in the middleweight division. And, everybody's talking about me now. So he's doing all the right things. And, again, he's looking good doing it. So, hats off to him. And maybe I'll meet him at the top one day.
And Sal, I don't know if you know this, but you originally came in as a lightweight, right?
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a heavyweight when
He
I
came as a
in.
heavyweight, fought at lightweight. Now he's still crushing it
Well,
at
light heavyweight.
light heavyweight, yes.
Yeah.
That would have been an amazing jump had you gone from heavyweight to lightweight. That would have been,
Lightweight to middleweight.
BJ Penn.
Yeah, fuck off.
that would have been some crazy
Yeah.
shit. Some
That'd
BJ
have been
Penn
way-
shit.
BJ Penn did that, right? He fought at heavyweight.
No, did he? No.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight, no?
BJ fought Machida
I
at
think-
heavyweight,
Oh,
right?
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's crazy to fight at lightweight and heavyweight.
I remember I was getting ready to fight a Brazilian dude, right? At 155. This motherfucker shows up 20 pounds overweight. And the commission in Pennsylvania is like, what do you want to do? You want to fight him? I'm like, well, BJ Penn fought Machida. Like, I'll fight this motherfucker.
Yeah, I think.
Did you fight him?
Yeah, he armbarred me, and I fucking slammed him on his head, and then like he was like stunned. I TKO'd him in the first round.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, okay.
He was like, I don't know what happened. I got on plane, I was 155, and I get here, and now I'm 175. And my trainer was like, "Would you eat fucking pizza and soda the whole flight?" Like,
Yeah.
Sleepwalking, eating food.
I don't know what happened.
this is bullshit.
So now a little bit of a logjam too at middleweight. We got Costa's kind of, I don't know if he's injured, playing games. The doctor didn't clear him, whatever. But now Romero's jumping into this. So
here's how I see that whole situation. We've seen this before with guys earn a title shot, they get injured, and they come back expecting that title shot to still be there for them. I think depending on how things develop in the next couple of months, I don't think it's going to be there for him.
yeah,
I think it's going to be me next in line for it. So get in line.
I hate it. I hate
Stay
it.
healthy.
I
Stay
hate it.
healthy and get in line.
But it's the squeaky. Actually, it's not necessarily the squeaky wheel gets the oil. It's like how many followers you have, which I think is complete bullshit.
It's fucking ridiculous. I can't stand that, man. It takes away from
The actual like that's what I loved about wrestling. Like there was a tournament, you won, you advanced. That's how it wasn't like, well, I only beat him by 2 points, but he has 20,000 more followers than me. He gets the next round. Like what?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's it takes it's the different levels of the business. You know what I'm saying? But I think it diminishes the
rankings.
I hate to say it, the purity of the sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's already compromised that of the martial art itself.
Because if you don't mind me answering, I mean I can look it up right
turns-
now.
It takes a martial art from martial arts to sport, from a sport to a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? It becomes a job. If I ain't trying to,
Well, you're not an actor.
No, hell
Like
no.
now you're in an entertainment, because like if you don't mind me asking, I can look it up anyways. Like, what do you make per fight?
My contract now, my next fight will be 100 and 100.
Which is pretty dope. 100. So if you fought 6 times, what's that? And won.
Now this is a new contract, right?
Well, this is my third fight on the new contract.
All right.
Yeah.
And what have they been bumping you up? 20 every fight?
Well, I went from my initial contract to 50-50, and then I earned this new contract starting in 90-90.
Okay. And then they're
So,
bumping you up 5 a fight?
Yeah.
All right. Just wondering. I know Menace.
Like those guys that want more money, like go find a PFL then.
Yeah, that's an option as well.
With me, I let my managers do all that, worrying about how much I should get paid. I
Yeah.
know how much I'm worth,
Yeah.
and I prove that, and I give the UFC no other choice but to throw money at me.
Yeah.
And it's the same way they did. It's the same thing Conor McGregor did. They had no other choice. What he has going for him that I don't do is run my mouth. I don't do all the talking and marketing and pushing myself like the way he has done. My fighting style
speaks for itself.
It's just as good. Definitely not as diverse. He does a lot more kicks, but I think I'm more effective than he is. I think my fighting style is more exciting to watch than his. I think I'm just a different animal than he is in the anybody. And I'm not trying to compare myself to Conor McGregor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Conor McGregor is a fucking man. I ain't trying to take anything away from him. But for me and how I view myself, you know what I'm saying? I hold myself above everyone else. And that's why I say I'm my only competition. That's why I only compete with myself. And that's just it. So, again, hats off to that man for doing his thing and achieving all the success he has achieved. I'm still trying to get to that point. At the very least, I'm trying to surpass that. But I'm not really trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? That shit's going to come. I'm just doing what the hell I love to do, and everything else will fall into place.
Yeah. So that last fight, the lead up to it,
For McGregor? Or
yeah, McGregor. I was, from an athlete's point of view, I was like, yep, awesome. But like from the entertainment sports view, when I was expecting, I'm like, yeah, you're being kind of a bitch right now. Like, are you going to tell Strowman you're going to bounce his face off the canvas like a fucking dead corpse and, like, he doesn't have a chance? You're like, no, I respect that man. I'm like, what? I've never heard that from you before. I just wasn't – I was like, what the fuck's going on? You guys are, like, jerking each other.
I for one,
that was a little
completely
weird.
understand it. This man has a son, and he's also been.
Hang
through
on,
some shit.
like I
Life-
said,
top of
life
that-
humbled him.
from a athlete and a father, I was like, okay, but I was like a little hype about him, like saying some like witty shit.
Yeah, a lot of
You know?
people started looking forward to
He's
all the
still,
talking and
to
stuff.
be honest, I still saw bits of that old Conor in him. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more mild,
Also,
not as boisterous. He doesn't have to do that no more. He
Yeah.
already has everything he needs.
Yeah.
He ain't got to do
Yes.
that, but I still see shades of the old Conor in this new demeanor that I can I can respect this new demeanor more. He's
Yeah.
not trying as hard to
There-
get that.
There comes to a point that you don't need to do the talking to market yourself anymore, right? Like guys like GSP and Randy Couture, they stayed like so humble, yet they still had the same kind of like cult fan base that Conor had, and they really their fighting spoke for itself, and people started to take they definitely took pride in like the way they acted. So you don't always need that talking game, but it helped. Like the Diaz brothers were known for talking all that, and in the beginning I feel like they definitely had more haters than followers, but then eventually you started to like the trash talking, and you were like, all right, they're a couple of badasses, so it was kind of cool. But then even Nate I feel like isn't as bad as like it used to be. It started to calm down a little bit.
I think especially you have a daughter, right, Jared?
Yeah, I got two.
Yeah, I think Conor had a daughter. You have a daughter. I know I don't have any kids, but I know once you have a daughter, it kind of changes you a little bit.
Oh, 100%.
Different than
Hang
a
on.
son.
My boys made me softer. I felt.
A kid,
I'm like, man, if I had a daughter, I'd probably be like,
a kid period is gonna
water
humble
balloon.
you and soften you up a little bit.
Now I watch everything I do. Now you remember I used to have all those
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
funny videos on social media, and as soon as I had kids, I was like, I gotta delete these.
I feel having a daughter will affect how you carry yourself out in the public more.
Yeah, for sure.
I think a son is definitely going to affect you internally. I think having a daughter affects you internally, but more so externally, because especially for a man, because you want your daughter to see the right man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be the right man that your daughter is going to appeal to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for
So
sure.
I think it affects men more externally in that regard.
Also,
I know it has me. So not to say that I grew up disrespecting women. I was raised by women, so I have a profound respect for women. So
yeah,
that being said, I like this new Conor. I like the energy. I like the energy he's bringing. He's portraying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, it seems a lot more authentic to me. For me, it's more palatable. Let me just put it like that. So.
Yep.
Now they say guys that did girls dirty or were a dog have daughters. Were you a dog?
No, not
back
at
in the
all.
day? Sal?
No, I don't think so.
I'm surprised I don't have a daughter.
I don't know.
No, I will say that.
No, I've always been a gentleman.
yeah. I'm surprised Menace doesn't have Denise,
You're-
Danielle.
You're
they're like
definitely having like
all girls. Yeah, I'm not having no kids.
Yeah. I wasn't, to be honest. I didn't have the what's the word? I guess you can call it the confidence. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really associate with females too much. I grew up mostly boys in my household, so I didn't really know how to associate or communicate with females outside of what the media shows you. The bullshit the media shows you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I didn't have that. I don't think I was necessarily honed to socialize with the female gender.
Yeah.
Well,
my older brother-
I learned as I live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go out there in the world, you're going to be exposed to certain people and certain things. So I'm learning. Every day is a new opportunity to learn something new. So
Yeah. Well, my older brother was like a player. He had moves. He had the different girls and like arms over, and he also was a great athlete. So like growing up, it was like I gotta beat all of his like standards in like athletics, like his mile time, beat that shit. Like football, beat that shit. And I'm like, yo, Dean, how many girls? Like I got this, or look at this one. Yo,
Yeah.
Dean, drop me off. I got to take care of it,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna blame that on Dean.
yeah,
But
yeah.
hey,
I mean,
I've changed my ways. I have kids now.
I know some playboys and stuff, and I've seen them.
That was a young menace. 18
wanna
years
emulate
old.
them and be in the position they're in, coveting and envy and all that bullshit. But I'm older now. I see it for what it is, and I want to teach myself. I want to be better. I want to teach my children to be better, especially
sure.
my son. So,
You know what it is too with Conor? Why he's probably not the same boisterous Conor on top of the kids and family
Stop
life.
drinking.
Well, he stopped drinking for a few months, but he's got cases out there. So if he acts like an asshole when he goes into court for these cases, the judge is going to be like, "Yo,
it's not a good look."
Yeah,
Who the
it's
fuck
not a
are
good
you?
look. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I have some of your
Who the
merchandise,
fuck
but
are you?
yeah.
Yeah, he'll be in court, and the judge will be like, "Look how the fuck you're acting," you know.
In Ireland?
He's got cases in Ireland. He punched the old dude. He broke. The only one I think he has settled is the broken phone. He paid that guy off when he broke the phone in Miami.
How much did that cost, you think?
I don't know.
You can give me $100,000. Like, oh,
I believe
it was kind of cracked anyways.
Yeah, I believe he paid the guy off, and the guy dropped the charges. But then,
well, he's definitely got other issues. So
Yeah.
hopefully hopefully they
we gotta get Michael Chiesa back on.
Hopefully justice will be served. The right justice, righteous justice. If he's right, then I hope he's exonerated. And if he's wrong, he needs to be punished, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As the face of MMA, I hope he's innocent in everything. You don't want that bad black
I
eye.
always hope the best for people. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear about him. It's true. He's got this. He's got that, and that's happened. So and it's the same thing with Robert Whittaker. I heard about his daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that's not the case. I've heard multiple things from multiple sources. So
I met Rob. We did an appearance together in Australia on a personal level. I don't think, and we've had him on the show before. I think that's the case for sure.
Yeah.
His daughter needs.
I think even you and him fighting was probably two of the nicest guys, the chillest guys in MMA fighting. Like, there would have probably been nothing but respect there between you two.
Yeah, I'm not too nice. If you're not nice to me, I ain't going to be nice to you.
I like that. Hey, I told my son that. I'm like, because he had a problem with some kid. I'm like, listen, if some kid's mean to you, be mean back.
Mm-hmm.
Do not, his mom was like, Dad, don't tell him. I'm like, shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'm always
don't know,
torn. I'm torn with that. Me growing up, I always was like, somebody started something with me, I was ready to go, right? So at the same time, I never got bullied because of that reason, because I always stood up for myself. So internally, I want to tell my kids, if somebody puts their hands on you, you punch them flat in the nose and you do. But then at the same time, you're like, that's technically not the right thing to do. So I'm torn in between. I always tell them that stand up for yourself. If somebody does put their hands on you though, you got to take action. Because I always feel like if you do stand up for yourself a couple times, you set the precedent and nobody will mess with you for the rest of the school.
Hang on. That not only now, but my dad, when my dad, was born in the 50s, he went to high school on Long Island. He was like, "Yo, people didn't fuck with me."
Yeah.
Because dudes from the city would watch dudes get their money back from lunch and be like, "Yo, give me your money." And there were guys that'd be like, "Okay," and my dad'd be like, "I would just, whether I was gonna get my ass kicked or not, nope."
Yep. Yeah. I also feel like I got into a couple fights earlier in high school, and after that,
did you win?
Yeah. Obviously. But after that, though, I never had to fight again. Because nobody wants to fight somebody that's going to fight you back, right? Well, when you're fighting professionally, it's different. But in school, why would you go pick on somebody that can potentially put up a fight? You know what I mean? So you kind of set the bar for yourself, and I feel like it is a good thing to defend yourself. So I tell my kids avoid it at all costs. But if you're in a situation and you got to pull the trigger, then sometimes you got to throw down. That's it.
Right, Jared.
I wouldn't use that terminology, pull the trigger.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're in 2020 now, right? Jeez.
Yeah, you can.
Jared, before you got in MMA and stuff like that, right? You'd watch these fights of guys fighting, and they would be so gassed. You're like, or while you started fighting, you're like, why can't I get a fight where a guy gets so gassed I can do whatever I want to him? I remember watching a guy die. I'm like, man, why can't I get just one of those where I can just kind of just do whatever I want?
Usually guys with muscle mass.
Well, most fights outside of professional settings don't usually last that long. When they get tired, they're like, all right, man.
Well, I'm talking about in the cage.
Oh, in the cage?
But yeah,
man, I wish
outside.
I could get somebody who's tired, man. Man, it's like, was it Easter egg hunting in that bitch or Christmas morning or something?
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys are good.
Yeah, man.
So, I don't know. I mean, all I want is a body. I don't care if it's healthy or what. So I just need a body.
So if not Darren Till, give us another name, or is it looking like it's gonna be Till?
Well, it has to be the right person. It has to be the right.
It has to make sense.
So that I get my title shot next. Now, if they feed me number 10 and say, "Yeah, you get the title shot for winning," I'm taking that fight because I'm winning that fight.
Yeah.
So I'm winning. I'm winning these fights. So the right name. As long as it has title. Either title contention or title shot.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was number 6, it was, some things got thrown at me, and I talked to my manager, like, hey, man, like, we're right there. Now these fights fucking really count. You know what I mean? We got to get the right guy, right time. Like, now these things, your pool of opponents fucking is like, there's like 2 guys. And sometimes you got to wait for who's available to dance, like we talked about before. So, like, being on the same card as a champion is awesome. That means, like, yo, win this fight. Like, I'm fighting this guy for the title because he's going to be ready,
Mm-hmm. Who is your manager?
Ryan Parsons.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, Jared's with first round management. He's got some G's in the game. Not saying Ryan Parsons wasn't, but he's got, Yeah. Ryan Parsons is an OG. He knew a lot of people, He's
I know
a great
Ryan.
manager.
Who's your manager in first round?
I work with Lou DeBono.
Lou, okay. I feel like I worked with somebody else there.
Well, they're Lou DeBono, Malky Kawa, Abe Kawa, right? Those are the...
Yeah. There's another guy. I can't remember his name.
Steven something, right?
That sounds familiar, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember his last name either.
I don't remember.
But yeah, they're prominent. They got John Jones, a lot of big names in the game.
Yeah, and that's why I'm happy with them. I mean, they done, they've been my go-between between me and UFC.
Eddie Gordon? Who is Eddie Gordon's manager?
I don't know.
All right, so before we get you out of here, Yoel Romero, Israel Adesanya. How do you see that one going?
Well, I see it going. If it depends. If we see the same Romero we've seen the last couple of fights where he, try to lull you in, it's going to be Adesanya all day long. So you're not finna just lull him into a fight. So if he wants to sit back and wait and try to explode, Adesanya's going to pick him apart from the outside and potentially catch something trying to get in. I think Romero's best chance of winning this fight is using his explosiveness, of course, his athleticism, and of course that wrestling that we would all like to see him use a lot more.
He doesn't use it. He could possibly be the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah,
but
I think
in his prime though, in his prime when he was in his 30s,
I think
the dude's 40-something years old.
May really suck the gas out of his tank while he's fighting. So
1,000,000%.
That's probably why he won't use on it. So
I wrestled for a decade. And I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah. So I can understand that, but you know what I'm saying. If you got, you got to have confidence in it
for sure.
So you got.
When Chris Weidman shot him, I was like, dude, like he was like, nah, get out of here with that. Yeah. Chris Weidman was an All-American. Now what Yoel Romero does very well. It's like his possum game. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm so tired. I cannot move." And then you get too close, and he fucking knocks the dude out with like this hardest punch you've ever seen the whole fight. You're like, "Where the fuck did that come from?"
I think Adesanya's too long for that.
Yeah.
I think he's too smart for that. I think he has. He's very perceptive of those type of fighters. Kickboxing and kickboxing houses some of the best counter strikers in the striking combat period. Right. So I think it's gonna be Adesanya. I don't like to pick fights.
Yeah,
I really don't like to pick fights, but I think Adesanya has the best chance of winning this fight.
Yeah. Adesanya's only downfall would be like maybe if he got too cocky, like this old man got shit on me and slept on him. That would be his only. Other than that, I'm with you.
His feet has to be alive the whole fight. He has to be aware. He has to be moving his feet the whole fight.
Yeah.
So if he gets caught with his feet planted, then that's it. That could be it.
Yeah, for sure.
And looking at the rankings, the only matchups that make sense for you, if it's not a title fight, is Costa or Darren Till. So I hope you get one of those two for March.
Yeah. I don't know if Costa's going to be ready for March. I mean, I know he's saying that he's ready, but
Yeah, Dana White said he didn't get cleared by the doctor or something like that yet. So once he gets cleared, then they can match him. But hopefully you get Darren Till in March and you get that title shot by the summer.
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see. Something's going to happen.
Fuck yeah.
But,
All right, Jared.
Hey, what? One more thing. What system are you on?
PS4.
I mean, we should squad up on something.
Well, you only play single player games.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't care. Let's be. Hang on. Let's be friends.
Do you play
Maybe
Anthem?
What?
Yeah, have you played Anthem before?
No.
I
But
have,
the thing
I
is,
have an
like,
extra copy of Anthem in my car. I'll get to it.
Yeah,
We'll all play.
I'm open to new shit. I'll DM you. We'll become friends. Me, you, and Sal. And we'll squad
Let's
up.
play some Anthem. I got a copy for you in my
All
car.
right, shake and bake.
Yeah. Anthem is fun as shit, man.
I'm
It
with
is.
It's very repetitive and it's got a lot of bad reviews.
And
but,
I'll stream it.
It's fun,
and then we'll get you in connection with G Fuel. They'll get you hooked. We'll figure it
Hell
out.
yeah. Hell yeah.
We'll figure it
I
out.
like it.
Oh, for
Let's
Shake
do
sure.
and bake, Jared.
One of the top middleweight contenders. Thank you for the time, Jared. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Take care,
All
Jared.
right, fellas. Peace. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Take it easy.
Hang up on him, Stan.
Yeah, he hung up on
How
us.
much time you got?
We didn't get back to gluten.
Oh yeah, Stan's a piece of shit.
All right. Well, I didn't want to leave the guy hanging. He might be the middleweight champion one day. You know.
I have a gluten allergy.
You do.
Yeah.
So wait, did you drink that beer? Now you're all fucked up.
No, I'm all right now. But like,
He actually shit himself like twice.
my stomach would get bloated to the point where I would look like I was pregnant, and I couldn't figure it out. My face would get all puffy and stuff. And
After
then
pounding beers,
I was
or
going to
like
any
being
kind of
Italian?
gluten. I was going to the bathroom like 5 times a day, and I was
Hang
like,
on.
and then the worst thing was that after I had anything with a lot of gluten in it, and like I learned that there's different like I guess types of gluten too.
Yeah.
I could fall asleep
Grains.
on the spot. I could fall asleep on my desk. I fell asleep at the wheel driving ones.
Wow,
And I was
did
like,
you
what the
crash?
hell is wrong with me? I sideswiped a stop sign.
A
And
stop sign.
I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? It's during the day. I'm awake. Like, this shouldn't be happening. And I cut gluten out, and everything went away, like, after a week. So I was gluten-free for a couple months, and I had, like, infinite amounts of energy during the day. I was going to the bathroom like a normal person. I felt great, like, physically, and I was just like, holy shit. I had a gluten allergy.
Wow.
Oh, what else could I cut it out completely. Mainly like bread, right? Like bread and pasta. Because I would get like a
but
big
you're
Italian
like
hero.
you're Italian of Italians.
I know. So I would get like a big Italian hero like twice a week. And when I say Italian hero, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about the sandwich.
You can't take yourself.
And I felt amazing, and I still do. So now every once in a while, I mean, I gotta have a little bit.
Because I think I see on Sundays you were making like
gluten-free pasta made with corn and rice.
Oh,
Swear to God.
But in your tomato sauce that you fucking
Yeah,
like,
the sauce is gluten-free.
I know that, but like, when do you make a nice sauce?
I know. Trust me. But the one that the gluten-free pasta that's made with corn and rice isn't that bad. The one that's made with
But it's not the
lentils
same.
is terrible.
It's not the same, though, right?
It's not the same, but
know what's
it
actually
really
delicious?
isn't that bad at all. I'm telling
You ever have spinach noodles?
you. Yes. The lentils ones are terrible. I think the
Rad.
closest one to the normal one is the one that's made with corn and rice.
It's wild.
I feel great though.
Man, so no, like, so let's say I'm like, hey, Sal, you want the other half of my chicken parmesan? You gotta be like,
I'm
no.
eating it.
I know. Oh yeah.
I'm eating it.
No fucks given. Fuck gluten at that point.
I'm shitting.
And that's what happened. Like the gluten makes you give you the Hershey squirts,
It's not pleasant.
Okay.
or like you're like constipated.
No, it's just
At
my
the other end.
no. You know what it is? Not even like. It's not even like it's like it
Or
affects you physically. My stomach is just always hurting.
It'll be
and-
bubbling and shit like that.
Yeah, it was just bad. It affected my entire body, like mentally, physically, everything. It was just, and I'm not saying everybody should be gluten free. Like you have to definitely have a gluten intolerance. Like I was being me personally was being affected by it like really badly.
and like, but
really
when
badly.
70-year-old Sal did not have this problem.
Nope. I grew up eating pasta every day.
And your poop came
No,
out.
I was fine.
Yeah.
I just it
Now,
happened probably in like my mid-20s.
They should be paying me, but they're not. Blaze Pizza has a gluten like crust option.
Is Blaze Pizza?
Yeah, so your personal pizza, you make it yourself. You're like, I want spinach
yeah.
on. I want fucking chicken, pepperoni, fucking.
Remember I Love Pizza?
No.
Where you broke the paddle over my back?
Oh, yep. I do remember that. Stan, insert the clip of that.
Where he breaks the paddle.
Insert the clip. Oh, after the fact. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I can put it up now on Google, but we'll go after.
Yeah. I'm about to get paddled by a UFC fighter, and I'm okay with it. I mean, it's an honor, right?
Yeah, I know. You don't know what's crazy. Like, this is breaking it up.
I mean, I want him to feel good about himself.
Yeah, it's gonna go.
I am teeing off on it. It's a one-shot hit.
Hey, I'm gonna sue you! Holy shit!
Shattered.
Oh my god! Get out of here! You can't hit me in the spine. You gotta hit me in like the lat.
It would be here.
So you're getting me, you're trying to get the lat. So they're like, it hits me in the yeah, because they're hit me in the
His
bone.
lat is
hit me
here.
in the muscle.
His lat is here.
But this is what you were pointing.
This is no. This is his traps.
So this sounds pointing.
His lat is
You wanted
here.
to hit here?
Your traps are
If you
here.
hit him with this, this is
No. I don't think so. There's a lot of. Hang on. No. Hang on.
Go this way.
Physics. There's a lot of surface area here.
Alright, you gotta get
There's
the
very
trap.
little surface area here.
Show
So
me where you
here.
Oh, that's where. Nah, go with the other one.
You want here?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
much.
it's gonna hurt.
This is much better, right?
I don't think
Sal.
anything's gonna be good.
Sal.
All right.
Sal. Sal.
Let's just, it's gonna hurt.
Sal.
Either way,
Sal.
Sal, give me your phone and
Sal.
snap this.
You're gonna be a star.
I'm gonna do it.
I've seen that actually.
Now, Stan, if we
I
were-
didn't think it
Stan,
was gonna be bad. I was like, oh, I got a lot of
Yeah,
muscle in my back. This isn't gonna be bad. We like gave it a little cut.
And, and hang on, Sal. This is it's already done. It's already happened. You came up and were like, "Don't hit me hard." And I was like, "I won't." And you're like,
Oh,
"All right,
that-
cool." Then I went and talked to the.
Well, you had
I talked
go
to
hard
Marola.
break it.
No, we sawed it down a little bit so it would break easier.
Yeah, but it
Yeah, and then you walked away, and I went to Marola. I'm like, I'm going to hit him as hard
Yeah.
as I can.
Dennis is the middle child of three boys.
No,
There's
because
no
the
way
thing
he's
also,
going
like,
soft on that.
of course we like sawed it down so it would break easier, but like, no chance was I gonna like hold it back and it didn't break, and like.
that was
It looked
one
really
of the,
bad.
That was like one of the most painful things I've ever
Yeah.
experienced. I have a pretty good like pain threshold too.
Yeah.
Man, and I was like, oh, lots of muscle in my
You got
back.
pegged?
It's gonna take the hit, but it wasn't the hit. It was the sting.
Yeah.
The sting was so intolerable, and we were on camera, so I was like, yeah, that wasn't bad. I was
Man,
like,
I need
oh my
you.
God.
Do you have the video of me? We had Phase Censor. Me and him played racquetball together. We were doing some kind of photo shoot or a
I put it
video
on social media
I-
the other day.
on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want the video so I can put on Instagram.
So
So
here,
anyway, so Phase Censor. What's he have, like a million?
What's more valuable? Oh, when you hit him with the racket, when you hit him with the ball,
Yeah,
that was
so-
amazing.
Yeah, so I was supposed to. I was, hang on, let me just hit you in the back. I was like, okay, and then I somehow hit him directly in the back of the head. Like, hang on, it wasn't on purpose.
Wait, weren't you playing a game?
Yeah, I crushed him.
And the loser had to get that, right? Or
Yes,
something? Yeah.
yes.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, send me that clip, and then we'll put. Hey, Stan, insert the clip.
Insert clip.
Yeah.
Wait, where did he got you? Where did he get you?
Beautiful. So Sal, what's more valuable? You staying here for the rest of this episode, or are you going back to sit at your desk and just twirl and like make fun of people?
No, he's got a call.
I
dude.
actually do. It's
Oh, you have a
3
a
o'clock,
call?
so
Because we're about to get into Brian Kelleher.
yeah, I do got to jump.
I mean, you can
I
always
gotta
come
go
back
over.
if we're still here.
Yeah, it shouldn't be long. I got to do a couple things.
Sal, just say a few things. I'm gonna go pee real quick, and then when I come back, you can leave.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
I
cut
like
a
it.
G Fuel promo, Sal. So I noticed you got something in your hand there. What are you working with?
This is the G Fuel sour cherry flavor in the can. So, you know where we just went into a new partnership with Walmart, right?
I've seen a little bit of it. I don't know the details. You've been traveling all over the place, so you haven't been here.
So we're doing a lot of work with Walmart now. So the cans,
which is huge.
It's huge. They're rolling out in a ton of Walmarts, specifically the ones that have the new esports arenas in them. So esports arena
is tied with Walmart now?
They're now tied with Walmart. So the OG locations, like the one in the Luxor in Las Vegas, is like a giant gaming arena with a ton of gaming PCs, and you could go in there and you could play casually, like during certain days, and then they have big tournaments and they host huge tournaments. So they kind of like scaled it down and put them into these smaller esports arenas that are going into Walmart locations now. So, you know, when you walk into Walmart and they have like the eyeglass store on the side, Subway, and a couple of those stores when you first walk in, now a bunch of them are going to have these esports arenas where you can go in there, pay like $5 an hour and game, and then they have tournaments. They have Fortnite Fridays, Smash Brothers tournaments on Saturdays. So we're going to target those stores specifically to carry G Fuel. We're doing a bunch of events in these around.
Are they doing that anywhere locally at any of the local Walmarts or not yet?
I can't talk about too many of the locations that are not open yet, but the ones that are officially open are in Kansas City, Nashville, Tennessee.
You gotta get Pennsylvania,
Colorado Springs, but they're opening all over, and I'm sure they're going to keep rolling out. And we're going to be activating at a lot of those ones, but they're going to be in other stores without esports arenas too. We're also going to 7-Elevens, Sheetz.
That's going to be huge.
Ooh,
you know
wow,
about Sheetz?
yeah, Sheetz is huge in Pennsylvania.
The 7-Eleven is going to be huge. I remember we spoke to Cliff a little bit about
Wawa. So we're starting in the Ohio region, going into Pennsylvania up to Maine, and then we're going to expand from there. But those are our first like target markets right there. So by this time next year, you should see G Fuel in stores across the U.S.
Yeah. But you can also online get you can order cases of the RTDs, or the healthier version would be the powders.
Yeah,
and with more servings, more bang.
They're just different
for your
formulas. They're different formulas. This has more caffeine. This is 0 calories. The other one has more antioxidants. It does have 25 calories. More B vitamins. They're a little bit different. But yeah, so you can order on gfuel.com, Amazon, or now Walmart.com.
But you just get more. I mean, you probably just get more bang for your buck if you
with
get
the powder.
Yeah,
yeah, you're getting 40
more
servings.
Yeah.
It's less than like $1 per serving. Absolutely, and we have 39
40
flavors.
That's what I was just going to segue into.
Now?
On top of you guys currently killing it with the RTDs, you guys just released like a coffee flavor or something.
Oh yeah, so
now you're cutting into Dunkin' Donuts.
Did you guys try the coffee flavor?
Not yet. No.
All right, so before you guys,
I heard it's not released yet. Is it released yet?
It released today or yesterday? Yesterday.
Yeah. So it just came out.
And so it's French vanilla iced coffee, and it's insane. It tastes so good.
Go over, take your call, tell someone, hey, make a shaker, bring it over. Me and Stan will sample it live on the show.
I like it. I like it a lot.
But yeah, how often are you guys releasing new flavors? Seems like a lot.
We're doing like
lately.
2 a month at this point right now.
I think you should do 1 a month.
Well, there's just so many really good ones.
After I know the show, I need to come over and like I'm backed up on like I haven't got 4 new tubs.
Yeah, we have so many good things.
I need hype sauce. What's that taste like?
Hype sauce is raspberry lemonade.
Okay, that sounds
it's amazing.
Awesome.
Actually, it's our best selling flavor right now.
I also want the sour grape. Sounds amazing to me.
Sour grape. I'm not a grape fan, but a lot of people like it.
Big grape fan right here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you'll like that.
I actually think I need another sour cherry because my sour cherry is gone.
Sour cherry is always a favorite.
I think I need lime or lemonade. Lemonade, but it's NADE.
Which is lemonade.
Fuck off. But
you know what else we're working on, Sal? Me and Menace are in the workings of putting on a show.
Ooh, yes.
MMA, grappling. We're going to do like a amateur MMA meets Submission Underground. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Locally or?
We're looking at the Melrose Ballroom in April.
Oh, that is dope.
Yeah, so we'll have VIP seats for you and Cliff.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I like it.
Gang.
And no matter what goes on with the sponsorships or whatever, Menace and the Man will be doing the commentary. So the Menace and the Man commentary booth is powered by G Fuel.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what I can do to get UFC Fight Pass to.
Oh, hell yeah.
What they
Cover
would
it?
want is they would want like you and a
Okay.
couple of names to grapple.
Anyways, and then we'll give like the winner a G Fuel RTD. Hey, we'll have more talks about
Get
this.
creative about it.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick before I jump. I just saw LaFlare's new tea spot.
Kava Island.
Dude,
in
I
Patchogue.
want to go.
I
Can
just
we
saw
go?
opening in February. February.
Oh, it's not open yet?
12th.
No, February 12th.
Yeah.
I remember him talking about that like a year or so ago.
I mean,
So-
he's had some, you know.
They've been going through a lot of red tape.
Yeah.
You know.
So is it in Patchogue Village?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Just on like one of the, I think it's maybe, I could be.
right on Main Street.
Yeah, but it's like not like
No,
where
it's on
all the
North-
bars
it's on
of it,
North
just,
Ocean.
It's like
It's on
a
North Ocean. I know
it's like
where-
a perpendicular street to the main street.
Yep.
Yes,
but like
a
right
little
there.
offset.
Yeah.
Wow, I want to go there really bad.
Let's go.
Let's-
February 12th, me and you.
I'm in.
All right.
You know
I'm
who
in.
did some work
We're gonna
on
have
that?
our own like pre-Valentine's
Big
Day,
Stan.
you and I.
Your
Oh, yeah?
father?
My dad did, and I did a couple things. I stained some stuff there and whatnot, but
We're not talking about what you did personally.
no, I'm saying my dad helped.
No, I'm talking about staining things. You see what I did there?
Oh, yeah.
That's why he's gonna have daughters.
Actual stains. Actually, he does have a daughter.
I know you.
Oh yeah. Sorry, about that joke went over my head. Yeah.
That was funny, Sal. Good. That was good. Sal.
All right, see you.
All right,
let me jump. I
How
gotta
long-
take a
like,
call.
wait, what? 10 minutes?
I don't know. Let me see what I gotta do.
You know what I feel like
Because
you missed?
I'm leaving tomorrow. So.
You missed my MacGruber post. I made a post about MacGruber.
Do you know
for
that's
you.
my number one favorite comedy
I know.
movie of all
I know.
time?
Exactly.
Did you
missed
tag
it.
him?
I did. He missed it completely. He was
Holy
skiing,
shit.
Oh no!
and it was
Wait.
that scene. Menace loved it. Have you ever seen that? You haven't seen that movie, Menace, right?
What, the sex scene?
No, it was the scene when he rips out the throat and goes, "Oh man, I might go for the turkey." And he's like, "What's that?" It's a bowling term, and I've associated it with throat rips. And then he goes, "If ripping throats will get that warhead back, I'll suck as many dicks as I have to." Wait, did you hear that? No, I didn't hear it. Good.
He's like, what'd you say? He's like, I didn't say
Nothing.
anything.
Did you hear that? No. I love that movie
Dude, that
as
movie
well.
is so funny. It really is.
So if you haven't seen the movie,
MacGruber.
see it.
It's
MacGruber,
in Sal's top 3.
If you
Yeah.
want to give us money for promoting.
Yeah, I was just gonna say MacGruber should pay us for that.
They should pay G Fuel.
Yeah.
Ooh, whoa! What, hang on. How far out is it for a MacGruber shaker?
MacGruber shaker. That would be amazing.
Like a Menace and The Man
comes with
shaker.
It's like a
Menace-
shaker with a mullet
Yeah.
on it.
A Menace and The Man shaker before that, though, right? If
Yeah,
we're being
we need
honest.
one of those.
Bro, you guys better. We want G Fuel. We're gonna come in once we get it. We're gonna keep going like this. Get our numbers up. We want a Menace and the Man flavor or a Menace flavor. I don't even need to be involved.
Take Stan out.
And a
of it.
Menace and the Man shaker.
Because if Stan's in it, it's not gonna taste as good.
It'll taste
Podcast
better.
flavor.
But
Tastes like podcast.
if you're into salt, it tastes better.
But we have Great South Bay. Was like when I was talking to Rick, he was like, "Yeah, by the time we do the Dennis Bermudez bar crawl next year, I'll get you guys a Menace and the Man beer." And even that, I said, "Get a Menace beer."
Menace IPA.
And then he
Wow.
said, even worst case, we just get labels and put them on already existing flavor. But he's like, best case scenario, I'll have Greg and the people at Great South Bay.
I want to be involved in it. Like I want the can to have some fangs on it.
The eye of a newt.
Which
the
hang
hair
on,
of a
hang on.
werewolf.
Which a lot of people don't know. Sal was part of the Menace logo.
Was he?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yep. Him and
Graphic Wizard, right?
no,
Didn't
it
Graphic
was
Wizard
fucking,
work on it?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah. John Dean.
Yep. John-
Yep. I remember that.
So
Yeah.
I'm not a genius. In case people were thinking that.
I'm a creative
It
guy.
was, they showed me something. I was like, yeah, I wear fangs. Makes sense.
All right, so
That actually is a sick logo. All right, let me
let
jump.
us get to
I'll
the broing out with Brian Kelleher. I'll take the handshake as well.
Let's do like a weird one.
Let's do the snap. You know the snap from when you were in high school?
Yeah.
Boom.
Do the snap.
Just suck it.
My
You're
mouth
weird.
didn't open.
Man, this is like fingers.
My
They
mouth
put 'em in.
wasn't opening. All right, boys.
It's always a pleasure having you here, Sal. We're happy we
Yeah.
did this earlier and you were able to jump on with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys texted me.
Yeah, nice
I
jacket.
didn't even know you guys were here.
I know,
Amazing
that's why I
jacket.
texted you.
Next time I'm gonna.
Yeah, I tell you what. As soon as Menace and the Man blows up, that's the first jacket I'm gonna buy.
Well, this is also a surprise episode because Menace passed his CDL today.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I can drive tractor trailers if you need me to.
Let's just take some tractor trailers out.
Anything with air brakes, I could.
Great South Bay.
Ooh, wow! I tell you what, when G Fuel even blows up more, you guys have more than just a van that's driving shit around.
G Fuel tractor trailer.
Yeah,
I'm in it.
You guys got a driver now. Let's shoot some commercials, the whole nine.
yeah. Run that past the boss man, Cliff. If Cliff wants to come in, we'll take him if he's open.
And then we'll even have where I play a store clerk, and I'm like, nah, we don't want G Fuel. And Menace just leg kicks me and drops me with a leg kick.
We go down people's streets with the tractor trailer. Dennis,
We throw.
Santa waving.
Holy shit. Holy
Instead of candy canes, we throw out those little G Fuel
I hit like
packets.
a little kid. We'll use my kid just
I was
so
saying-
no one
I
gets
was saying-
sued.
yeah.
Full cans.
I was
Yeah.
saying packets because we'll throw cans or tubs, and that might.
Yeah.
Throw it through someone's window.
That's
That'd
a
be
lawsuit.
amazing. No, not if we talked to them before. Like, hey, listen, we're gonna replace the window.
Or get like me and DeQuattro to stand there, and I'll take a tub
Yeah.
for the gram. I'll take a tub to the head for the gram.
Dude, a lot of good things right now.
All right,
Yeah.
let me go do this.
All right, bye.
All right, boys.
Oh man, how happy are you he's gone?
Oh, I was gonna say love Sal.
I'm
Love
kidding.
Sal.
No, Sal's awesome. I was.
Yeah,
I
of
actually,
course.
I was hoping he heard it and like came back and like, dude, what the fuck did you say?
Nah, he actually probably heard it and was like, man, I love Dennis because he makes fun of me like that. Because remember, like we said, that one episode?
Yeah. If I don't make fun of you, I don't like you.
Yes. And that's like what we said when we had Jessica Penny on.
You wanna? What do we got over there? You wanna hand me one of those?
One of
I
these?
just gotta do the right thing by.
GSP?
Yeah.
All right, let's jump
Do
in.
we?
Do we what?
Like, are we like we're? I know we're live, but can people chat things to us?
Yes. Why? What do you want them to chat?
I don't know. Like, which beer should I drink?
Well, ex Brian Kelleher right now when we get him on.
Alright.
What was that, your phone?
Yeah, of course it was. I got the ring.
Oh, there he is.
Brian.
Yo. How's it going?
All right, Brian. Turn your phone horizontal.
Horizontal.
Yeah.
See, I'm an amateur.
No, it's fine.
No, you're a professional.
All right, so you're me, right?
Wizard of Oz cup in the shot. Loving it.
You're me. Which beer do you
Cheers.
drink? Jetty Honey Ale or Therapy Session IPA?
Therapy session, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
The name just gets you, right?
Yeah, it's therapeutic, you know?
Yeah.
I don't drink much, but, you know.
Yeah, that's what I meant to, like, Stan was, hey, asked Boom, and I was like, I don't think he drinks.
We'll even off the names. That works.
I never really drink, man.
If you drink, what would you drink?
What's crazy about it is, like, if I drink, it's, like, strong shit, but I don't drink a lot of it. Like, I'll sip on some whiskey, but I'll have, like, very little amount, you know?
You'll sip on a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Maybe
you're wasted.
Maybe two if you're feeling wild.
Yeah, which is rare, but, you know.
Well, Brian Kelleher, welcome to Menace and The Man for the first time. Stan the Man, Dennis the Menace, who you obviously know. And
Yes, sir.
now we're joined by Brian Kelleher.
Yeah. Brian, I'm not like. Listen, you don't feel well, so I'm letting this one slide that you're not right here with this in your
I
mouth.
know. I would love to be there, but out of consideration too, I don't want to get you
Okay.
guys.
Well, I mean, I would slide you a little bit more towards Stan.
A good
But-
friend rate.
Yeah. So, man, you just came off of a fucking dope win.
Yeah.
Well, even here was what I was going to say is we were at Public House. Menace did an appearance on Saturday, and there's chaos all around. Then we went like, just stop. We need to watch this fight. And then as we're watching your fight, obviously we both know you. You're Long Island MMA, Long Island born and bred. We're watching it. Menace turns, and I always predict guillotine too, but Menace turns to me and is like, this is going to end by guillotine. And he said it to like a crowd of people. And then
Yeah.
when you guillotine the dude, everyone turned and was like, wow.
Yeah. I'm like,
How did he know?
yeah.
Menace Damas over here.
So me and Boom have trained together many of times. But when he
Yeah.
first came in the gym, it was like every round I went with him, he was catching me in like one or two guillotines. I remember after like two weeks, I'm like, no, not happening anymore. Like, fuck that. Like that's his shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah.
like, because the thing is like, what people don't know, and I don't think I should. I don't even know if I should say it. But we're not that blown up yet, so I think you're good. If we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
Joe Rogan, I would be like, all right, hey, I might say this, whatever. But we're not there yet. Is like, he'll guillotine. Man, I've had his back. He's reached around backwards, grabbed my head. I'm like, you don't got shit. And then turned around and guillotined me. I'm like, the fuck?
It's the Boomatine now, right?
I like
Man.
that. The Boomatine.
You'll grab his leg, and he's like,
I
"Go
think
ahead,
I-
have the leg."
I think I have like 6 finishes by guillotine too.
Well, the
They're
thing
racking up.
is I'm watching a fight, and I'm like, I haven't seen this one. But
Yeah.
as soon as you grabbed it, I was like, oh, this is where this is going, huh? All right.
Yeah, I haven't hit it like that ever.
Yeah.
Weird angle like against the cage like that. It was weird.
Usually people take you down, you're like, okay. Like, as they're taking you down, you're like, okay, go ahead, take me down.
Yeah, catch it and like
You're
the
fucked.
scramble.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, has that always been your move?
Yeah, that's always been like something that just naturally felt good for me. You know what I mean? I would always go for it. Like everybody I train with kind of knows that because I'm always going for it. So like
Yeah.
these days in the gym, it's really hard to hit now because everyone knows, But like when I go against new guys, I hit
They
it
have
a lot.
no clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like go ahead.
You remind me actually of, so when I wrestled in college, I had a 125 pounder. You guys about the same height. Both were pretty jacked. And it was like, before the match even started, it was 2-0 my guy. Because he was going to duck you. No matter, like whether you knew
No
or not.
matter what, yeah.
He was going to duck you in the beginning of that match. And he was going to be up 2-0. It was always like that.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that was his shit, and I would wrestle him in practice, and guess who got ducked? Like, motherfucker! I knew you were going to do that, you son of a bitch! And I was, 3 weight classes above him! Like, you fucking bitch! Like,
That's
people...
the craziest shit, man.
I remember your first fight in the UFC, you were going against that black belt, like, high-ranked fucking...
Alcantara, right?
Yeah! And I was like, yo, he's about to get guillotine.
I remember that before you and Alcantara fought. I had one of those moments where I was watching with people. I was like, Kelleher by guillotine. Then you won by guillotine. I was able to like turn around and be like, "Yep, told you guys."
I wish I threw money at that because you were such an underdog. That guy was a black belt, right? So he's like,
I was a big dog in that one.
Yeah, my jiu-jitsu like better than he like.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what your jiu-jitsu is. Like if he grabs your fucking neck, you're in shit. You're fucked.
Yeah, that fight I caught him in the scramble too. That's how I usually would get it. Like he was kind of trying to get on top of me there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. Kelleher probably doesn't even remember when me and him trained together. Maybe he does, but like
did he choke you?
No, he didn't finish it. But here's the story. Like Deepa was like, go with Kelleher. I went with Kelleher. No, but I remember I remember taking you down and you grabbing a guillotine, and that's like one of my moves that I always escape. And I remember the grip and me being like, this is ridiculously tight.
Like you had the panic.
Who the fuck is this kid? And then when I got out, it was like, oh no, he wins with guillotines all the time. Like that's his move. And then I realized you have those wins over Arce, and like the guillotine is your move. And then I've seen it through the years, obviously at the highest level. That's one of those moves. It's either you have a high level guillotine or you have a basic guillotine.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, you're pretty well rounded in jiu-jitsu. Anyways, like he's hard to pass Brian's, guard. He can pass a guard. He's
a fucking stud.
You can't armbar him. Like you can't guillotine him.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like I'm better on top than I am on my back, like pure jiu-jitsu. Like on top, my pressure game is better, like passing and like. But I hit stuff in scrambles. That's like when I really catch you.
Yeah. Like I remember, like he caught me like a few times, like a couple of weeks. I'm like, all right, fuck this kid. Because the thing is, like, yeah, he's a weight class under me. Like, I should be able to do what I want. And I was like, fuck this kid. Like, fight him, train with him like he's 155. So I just started doing, like, extreme, like, over-the-top pressure forward.
Yeah. Oh,
where
I remember
like, hitting him even harder so he didn't feel comfortable doing shit.
You would just start picking me up and shit. I'd be like, oh no, you can stand me for sure right now.
Like cheating.
You know how you look for like that weird confirmation for your own head? I remember being like, oh, he's a featherweight, right? He fights at lightweight. It's like, nah, he fights at 35 all day. And I was like, man, that was a fucking grip.
Yeah. And in your finish, like the generic finish on a guillotine is like on the one side. You were very square. What are you doing with your guillotine that you can be square and it's like it feels like a bear's choking you?
You know what it is? Like in the fight specifically, like his arms were trapped in there, right? So like,
by your legs?
Yeah, by my legs
Oh.
and then also my arm on the other side. So that's why I like the arm in, because it's better for like positional control. You can't like spin out. You know what I mean? I got my legs wrapped around you and your arms kind of latched up too. And I had a good chin strap, so my hand's like in your neck. So I'm crunching your neck like in the hand, and his hands were trapped. So like it's just like I'm just crunching his whole body. You know what I mean? And I could hear him kind of gargling a little bit, and like he tapped with his foot because he had no hands.
Right. Now the thing is like I know the UFC. I see their marketing strategy. In my head, you were supposed to be a feeder for that guy.
Oh yeah, that was in my head as well. That was like,
and I saw that. I saw that in your celebration. Like, fuck you guys. Like, hey, I'm not a fucking stepping stone. Fuck that guy, this young buck. Like, I'm the real deal. I'm not going anywhere. And I like, listen. I don't know, probably a bunch of drinks deep, and I was like, yes. Like, because you were like, you were like a Facebook fight, and then you got moved to like the main card. No,
well, they don't do Facebook.
I know they don't, but in my head, the first
no, it was a fight pass. Yeah,
fight pass. Yeah,
I know, but the first, what were you? One of the first 3 fights?
I was like the second fight.
Right.
Supposed to be on fight pass.
In my head, those are still Facebook fights. If you're the first 3 fights, if it's that deep, I consider it a Facebook fight. But yeah, fight pass.
Remember those good old days though when they had the Facebook prelims?
Yeah, bro, it's crazy, man. Like they came along. Now it's like ESPN Plus, but they bounce back and forth. But
yeah, it's so weird.
ESPN Plus. I don't know why they do that.
They just try to get that $9.99 and that $4.99.
Well, they're trying to get you to buy both. Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to get that money.
Hey, ESPN, here's some money. Give us money, and then we're gonna take some money for ourselves over here too.
Yeah, multiple platforms.
One thing that was awesome is I saw the UFC. They gave out extra bonuses, and the homie Boom got one of those bonuses.
Fuck yeah, man.
Dude, I had a great weekend. I had a great time because, like, after my fight, like, I was in the back getting interviewed, and Conor had just got to the arena. Had I not got bumped up to the main card, like, none of this probably would have happened. You know what I mean? Because, like, that put the spotlight on me more. And then, like, Dana White was in the back, greeting Conor, and he happened to walk by me and just saw me getting interviewed, and he realized, like, oh, that's the kid that just fought, you know? So he came up, shook my hand, and he was, like, happy. And I was like, oh, this is good. Like, this is reassurance, you know? And I told him, like, listen, I want that bonus. Like, there wasn't that many finishes tonight, right?
Oh, you said it to Dana.
Yeah, I said
nice.
it to Dana. And he was like, yeah, it's looking good for you, brother. So I was like, all right, I think it's, it's highly likely I'll get it.
Man,
that's awesome.
I remember being in that seat. I had fought in Denver. It was my second UFC fight. I finished his last name was Hayden.
Tommy Hayden.
Tommy Hayden in a standing guillotine against the cage, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was pretty early on the card. Again, it's my second, and I remember seeing the audience like, no, but like I remember Benson had fucking Frankie Edgar in a guillotine. I'm like, don't finish him! Don't finish him! Like, Frankie, stay alive! And Frankie got up, I was like, oh, yes. Because I was like one of the only guys that finished. And that's when submissions, if you got a submission finish, you were getting a bonus. Like, the best submission finish got a bonus.
Well,
and
both of you guys know this. Guillotines are hard to finish against good guys, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it depends. It depends what position you're in. But, standing, I feel like is even harder to finish,
I was essentially raising his feet off the ground.
Those are the two hardest ones. Standing and arm in. Those are like ones that you have to have.
He had started it on top. Yeah. And I was like, man, that's looking really good. But you like it off your back. And
I literally I let him
almost
fall.
pulled him on top of you.
Yeah, I wanted him to fall on top of me because that's like my comfort, to twist my body down. But I was thinking the same thing, like you were saying. I was watching in the green room in the back.
And you're like, don't.
No more fucking finishes.
Yeah. Like someone in your corner's going out. You're like, yeah, good luck. Just go the distance, all right? Just, come on.
Exactly.
As they're walking out, you're like, 15 minutes, right? What? Nothing.
You got 15 minutes in you. Yeah. 15 minutes.
Three fives, right?
Yeah. Torture him the whole time.
Yeah. Take your time. Be patient.
Yeah. Do not rush the finish. Don't.
So
Yeah.
even something I was saying to Menace when we previewed the card, you're almost like the Long Island Road Warrior. Like, you trained all over. You still kind of train all over, right? Like, you
I don't
bounce.
know what the fuck I'm doing still to this day, man. I'm just all over the place, you know? Like, I'm getting the best work possible. That's what it is. But, like, it's a weird thing because I'm always, like, trying to find new things and, like, it's hard to settle, you know? But now, like, I kind of, like, it was communication, you know? I'm, like, an introvert. So I just show up, train, and I leave. Like, that's just how I am. But I communicated with LaFlare and was like, hey, like, you know, can you help me? Like, can you corner me? And then now we were on the same page. We game planned together, and it was so much better this time around, you know?
Oh, for sure. And
For
that's
sure.
a great fight mind to work
And,
with.
and then boom, because I saw that. I didn't know that until Ryan. Like, I saw Ryan put up some padded work you guys are doing. I was like, oh man, how's he? You know, how's he looking? He's like, man, looking sharp. Like, he threw some knives down. I'm like, oh, dope. And I didn't know you guys were working together. And then I don't know, like 2 weeks later, this card happens, and I threw out like to Ryan's wife, like, hey man, I'm having this viewing party. You and Ryan should come through. She's like, he's in Vegas. I'm like, why is he in Vegas? He's cornering Brian. I was like, oh shit. You know, I was like, oh damn. You know, and hey, boom.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're
sorry.
local. We've trained together. Like, I have some things I think I could bring to the table if you like, and I would, you know, if you need extra work or whatever, I would. We've worked together before. I would love to help you out. If I'm just putting it, you know, on the table, and if it's if you want it, and if I can do it, you know, I just like being around and helping out with good guys.
As far as like being a training partner, you're saying, kind
Yeah,
of thing,
training
right?
partner, or if you want to do whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
nasty on the mitts.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Sometimes I sit back and I don't reach out to people and communicate. You know, like I know you said this before in the past, like, hey, hit me up, and I just never say anything.
Yeah.
I'll just show up at the gym.
Yeah.
But you get what you want when you ask. You know what I
For
mean?
sure,
So-
for sure. And
Yeah,
listen,
like-
I throw this out like Ally Quinta. Yo, man, like,
Yeah.
especially when I was even training, like, yo, let me know, Aljamain. Hey, you want to get some work?
Yeah.
Let me know. And Aljamain's been the most responsive to it.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
surprised.
when I was training, like, he was like, hey, man, I got a wrestler coming up. Like, come through. I'm like, all right.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, he's smart with his training, but like a lot of people are stuck in their ways. You know, it's hard to get
Yeah.
out of the system.
And that's a big thing, man. Is
There's also that weird loyalty factor, like we've spoken about before.
yeah, but when you're in the UFC though, I think you could train anywhere on Long Island with other UFC fighters, and it's not
You get
like,
a little more leeway.
No,
Yeah.
there's not like, yo, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I
that's
bring
what
my
you really
coach,
like
whatever.
coaches.
Your coach is there. That's, you know, whatever. But
Yeah. Some coaches are kind of like, hey man, it's us or nothing, and
Ego.
I don't like that approach.
Ego
Oh my
comes into
gosh.
play, yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Did you wrestle in high school?
No, never.
Okay, because like growing up in high school and wrestling and stuff like that, like it was like my coach would never be like, really, you're wrestling that wrestling club? It was like, wrestle at every wrestling club you can wrestle
Yeah.
the best everywhere you can, and
Every body type, the best guy in the room.
Yeah.
Keep moving around.
hey,
Yeah.
go compete against the best guys.
Yeah. You'll never know what's out there, man, if you don't
But
get
I
around.
see that so much in fighting where guys are like, you know what? I'm comfortable here. Like, he's not gonna hurt me. Like, this guy can definitely beat up. You know, he knows what I like. Like, when you actually show up to fucking fight, it's very, very, very uncomfortable. Just standing in the octagon before you start fighting, looking at your opponent, and people going nuts and shit like that. Like, it's actually like a little bit hard to breathe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the biggest battle, man. Like the mental part of it's way more serious.
Oh, my
because,
God.
you know, we have the discipline to train hard, but it's getting through the fight week of emotions and keeping that energy where you
Yeah.
need it the whole time.
What do you like? You're a super open-minded guy. How do you manage stress? How do you go about fight week, even the walk out and while you're actually in there before you actually start? Because once you actually touch gloves, it's like it goes away. It's like you're
Yeah.
back to sparring.
Well, I'll tell you what, this fight was crazy to me because I had insane amount of pressure, right? Like leading up to this fight, knowing like, 2 losses, fighting out my contract. First off, this was the last fight on my deal. So like with all this in the back of my head, I was proud of myself because I didn't feel any of that. Like I went into this fight like it was my debut. Like I never lost 2 fights. Like I didn't even know it was my last fight on my deal. I was just like, you know what, Brian? Like you don't know how long this is gonna last. Let's go in, let's enjoy the moment, like let's actually be happy and not fucking stress,
Yeah.
And let's just like be your best self and there's no regrets. And that's like I kept telling myself that,
Because going into this fight, did you have a couple of losses? I'm trying.
Two. Yeah, he was saying.
Two, like, and the thing is, like, in the UFC, it's kind of like the third loss is like the chopping block.
Snip,
I mean, and even on like do you work with mental coaches or anything like that?
No, and that's the thing. I'm a
Brian
little stubborn with that shit, but I
Brian, let's talk.
Oh, you two got to link up.
Seriously, no, because I had a mental coach, and I actually got into it a little bit now. I'm working with a.
It costs a lot of fucking money, right?
You know how much I'll charge you?
I'm a cheap motherfucker, man.
I know. Do you know how much I'll charge you?
How much? You're saying you're the mental coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, man,
that's why I chose that therapy IPA. You see, it was fucking meant to be.
It's something that Menace has tried to.
Well, no, hang on.
Or talked about dabbling into or getting into post-fighting career, and I think it's a great fit for him. I think that would be a great connection.
Well, the thing is like, so I've been working with a college student at Buffalo University, and he's doing pretty well now. I mean, what's up?
Wrestling?
Yeah, you're right. Wrestling. I've given out multiple mental preparations to like the reason why I was in Chris Wade's corner for a lot of his fights wasn't because of the information I give to him in the fight.
Physically, yeah.
He liked what I would tell him before he went into the fight.
I'll tell you what, bro. Just like you saying that, when I watched Chris Wade fight his last couple of fights, like he looked like a fucking demon. Like he looked completely different from like his UFC fights.
Yeah. So I was just like, yo, man, the guy you're about to fight, like, let's say you met him out in the street, because I know Chris on a personal, I know you on a personal level. Like, let's say you guys were in a bar fight. Like, what would happen? Like, would he beat you? He'd be like, no, fuck that. I'm like, okay, do what you would do to him. Let's say you have your daughter at home. This dude came into your house.
Yeah. That's
how would you you wouldn't be like, okay, let me throw this jab, because Chris Wade, when he fights for sport, kind of not that he sucks, he's very good, but when Chris fights almost like a gangster, let me put it on this motherfucker. Because when Chris fights for sport, sometimes he gets a little tired.
Yeah, hesitant.
And he thinks about whoa, my gas tank. But when Chris fights for yo, I'm gonna take this man's life, he doesn't care how tired he is. So he can hit that fucking note of where he's super tired and keep going and not pack it in.
Yeah. Let me ask you, because you don't seem like the type of guy who ever dealt with this, but I'm curious. Have you ever went into a fight and got in the cage and thought to yourself, I don't want to be here at all, and just completely shut down?
Didn't shut down. Actually, that's a lie. My very first loss, I fought Drew Fickett, and I didn't know who Drew Fickett was.
Yeah.
Drew Fickett knocked out Josh Koscheck when Josh Koscheck was
undefeated
on his prime.
Yeah.
I was fighting him at 155 in a 3 fights in one night to win tournament and shine. I met him in the semifinals. He had just armbarred. At the time, his name was Crazy Horse Charlie Bennett.
Oh yeah.
But he armbarred him in the first round, so he didn't really really stress himself too bad. I went to a 2-round war against Shannon Gergety, who had 5 fights in the UFC, prior to fighting in this tournament. I beat him. I fucking, and I remember, after that fight, going in the back and them just be like, hey, when am I up next? We don't know. Just be ready. I was like, what?
20 minutes, an hour? Just
what does that, I don't even know. So I stretched a little bit. I sat for a little bit. I started warming up for a little bit. I couldn't tell you the timeline, but they're like, all right, you're up. And I was like, I remember being in the tunnel being like, man, I do not fucking want to be here right now.
Yeah.
I got out there, but I was like, but I win. That's what I do. I'm undefeated at the time. I'm 6-0. I win. 7-0. So I go out there, whatever, fighting. I fucking belt him. He falls down to his back, and he calls me down. Like, yeah? Like, he's on his back. I'm like, fuck you. So I go down there, and I remember just kind of like, at the Shine, it was a Shine tournament, and at the time, Shine didn't pay all their fighters from the last show. I quit my job at UPS to go enter this tournament where I could possibly win $50,000. I'm like, I'll definitely win that. But they didn't pay. Like, I don't know if they're gonna like, if I get hurt, would they pay for my medical? I remember he had my chin in a rear naked choke, and I was like, I can stop right now, and I tapped, and I was like, I made $15,000, but I remember being like, I was just so angry with myself
After the fact.
Yeah, like I was like, fuck this sport. I'm going to quit. I'm going to. So, but to answer your question, there was matches in college I went into like, man, I don't fucking feel like doing this. What I did to get past that, even though I didn't maybe feel like I could win, I made everybody else in the room believe and think that I could win.
Yeah.
There's some energy with that. So, like, let's say I'm personally feeling like shit. Man, this is, I don't feel 100. This guy's a fucking animal. Let me make Stan think I could win. Like, let me, the way I'm looking at Stan, the way he looks at me, the way he sees me move, let me make him think that I cannot lose. And there's something in that.
Energy,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Where when you actually go out there, the same, even though Stan's not in there fighting, he's on the outside of the cage. I'm still, throughout the whole fight, going to make Stan believe that I'm going to win this fight. And it's not, a lot of times, yeah, it should be about you and what you want. But when you feel like, fuck, you have to try to look for something else. Whether it be like a lot of times, like it could be a girl in the stand. It could be your dad. Because there's something in posture. And like, I didn't know you were going for the Masvidal thing there.
That was amazing.
And
Amazing.
afterwards you were like, Masvidal, thank you. But I was like, the look in Kelleher's eyes doesn't seem. I was like, man, does he want it?
Right? Yeah, see, that's it. You know what that look was? That was pure calmness. That's what that was. I know it looked like demotivated, but I was ultra calm.
Yeah. And I've been there. When I fought Clay Guida, I remember the sports psychologist I was talking to was just like, man, I knew you had it by just how you were like, because sometimes when you overdo it, you're like,
yeah, I didn't want to.
There's some insecurity in that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Release something.
Yeah, but there are some guys that do that to try and fucking melt their guy before it even starts.
Yeah.
There are some guys that do that very well, and you could tell they're confident in the way they do it. Then there's some other guys that do it, and like, I could tell you're fucking scared.
I did like the reverse psychology aspect of that shit. You know, like I kind of played it like, yeah, man, like whatever. And then, but I was ready to go. You know, I was sharp in my mind.
I spoke to his name is Derek Span. He wrestles for University of Buffalo. I spoke to him today, and I was talking about how there's fucking a ton of power in not giving a fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's a weird fucking like, because when I wrestled in college, I cared even when I fought the UFC, I cared so much that it fucking, even before the fight started, I was like there was extra weight on my shoulders, extra pressure. I couldn't breathe awesome.
Yeah.
And then I watched my one buddy in college who was like drinking on a fucking Thursday. We got a match on Saturday. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then he got there and fuck shit up. I'm like, I don't get it.
Well, in MMA, it's the John Jones mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah, overthinking fucking kills you, man. Paralyzed.
Yeah. So I mean, what I told him is like, there is definitely something to not giving a fuck. But on the same token, you need to want to win at all costs. So there's some like everybody's got to find that balance. So John Jones found that weird balance.
Well,
it takes a long time.
Not giving a fuck, John Jones was TKOing and finishing everybody. Giving a fuck, John Jones is 5-round decisioning people.
And like maybe winning.
Yeah.
Like questionable winning.
More competitive fights. Yeah.
You know, so maybe you just got to start getting fucking high on mushrooms one weekend before your fights.
Yeah. All right. All of a sudden, it's like, you're my new mind coach. We're just eating mushrooms fight week. And
but I mean, one thing though, because I think I know you enough where like, you know, this game is fucking super stressful. What's your release? Where do you like, where you're not thinking about fighting, training, diet? What's your thing?
Like in general, or like as a fight approaches?
Music. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess probably as the fight approaches, because it changes for me.
The thing about as the fight approaches for me is like I kind of dial in, so like everything else gets put aside, you know.
Yeah.
But
your bills, gas. For me, my kids. You know, it's
like,
a shitty.
Like the music shit is great for like in camp. You know what I mean? Like after training sessions, like it's therapeutic for me, and I kind of break up the day nicely with stuff like that. But like as far as like the fight nearing, like it's more of the way I think. You know, how do I talk to myself? What do I listen to? What kind, because there's voices in your head.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes fucking doubt is talking to you.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes, calmness and confidence is talking to you. And I just make sure to focus on those the good energy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Keep it consistent where I adopt that feeling.
Now I was gonna say if we work together, I'm gonna say when we work together, because like I've been there, and like I've worked with psych coaches or mental coaches where like your advice is good, but you don't know exactly how I feel. You've never done it.
Yeah.
That's what the stubborn mindset.
You've never fucking done it. So how you gonna tell me, hey, take that day off? Like, you don't fucking know.
Yeah.
The fuck do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know where this came from?
Yeah.
Right.
Me taking today off is going to wind up when I'm walking down to the cage and me going, fuck, I didn't do enough.
Like, that's where I think I'm going to, like, hang on. Do I want to be a mental coach for a fucking tennis player? No. I've never played tennis. I think I could be kind of like an everyday coach because I live life every day. An MMA fighter or a wrestler.
Well, that's the thing, man. It's about
I understand them
myself too, because like for me, I track back and I'm curious myself, like where the fuck is all this coming from? Like why did I feel this way or that way? Like I like to think about things like that. I know for a fact getting knocked out by Lineker was my downfall right there.
Right.
Like I had never felt this feeling until after that fight. I never was knocked out in the gym or fighting,
Yeah.
So for me, it was such a foreign feeling.
Yeah.
And it was that feeling of you're no longer invincible, because you think it can't happen to you. You're like, oh no, I'm never getting knocked out. No way. I got a chin and I've been hit hard by everyone. I'm good. Then that happens to you. You're like, fuck, man. Like, like I'm thinking about health and shit like that now. There's no room for that in this game,
Yeah.
That's where my mindset went fucked up. And then I found myself again in the gym. It took like months and months and months. All of a sudden, like you said, that I don't give a fuck attitude goes a long way. I started to feel, fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm a fighter, and I'm gonna train like I need to train, and I'm gonna fight to the best of my ability, and when it's over, it's over. Because like now in the gym, I have that fire in me again. I spar more aggressive and everything like that. For a while, I was hesitant. I was like, I don't know if I should spar.
I've seen it. Yeah. I personally have seen it. I watched you I watched you on your way up to UFC. You get UFC, you're crushing it. That fight happened, and then you became very selective of who you kind of trained with and where you trained and how often you trained. I was like, that's not the same guy now.
Yeah, shit
changed. The thing is you assessed it, you realized it, and then you made adjustments accordingly. Champion, like, Only champions do that.
Yeah.
People that aren't champions go, nah, that made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. And then they
I'm
just-
good. You know? And that's why Saturday night went the way Saturday night went for you.
Yeah, it took a long time. You know what I mean? It was all just time. You know, time is everything. Like going into that last fight with Montel Jackson that I lost, like that was really the fucking depressing moment for me because Lineker, I tried to win the fight. You know, I went in there and I fought.
Right.
You know, he caught me. He's a hard puncher. It was what it was. Third round, I got hit with a good shot. Montel, I went in there with the mindset of I don't want to be here. Like that's why I asked you that question. And I just kind of like said, I'm gonna get out of here. You know what I mean? And that haunted me. And I was like, nah, that's not happening again. Like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna fucking do this.
Yeah.
So that really lit a flame under me to get back to where I was. And then that old Brian, and I just knew like, all right, like that old Brian is still you. He's inside you. You just gotta find him.
Yes. So we just had Jared Cannonier on here. You know, he's doing well.
Team Crystal.
Yeah. But I went into 2 fights not because I wanted to fucking fight, because I needed money.
Yeah, motives.
No, like I mean, I've got kids. I had rent due. I had bills. I lost my last fight. Like, I was like, man, I can't live off of a loss. Like, legit.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta, like, and the thing is, like, UFC, like, I've noticed whenever I lost, it was 6 months till my next fight.
Yeah.
It just seemed, and after I win, it was like 3 or 4 months till my next fight.
Keep you more active.
You know, but I had 4 losses in a row, and, you know, I needed to fight Feely because I needed money. And I needed to fight fucking, that skin and bones fucking, the tall motherfucker.
Elkins.
No, after Feely.
What the fuck was his name again?
Feely was tall.
He had two first names. And then the fact that we can't fucking think of this guy's name is like painting my picture. Like, all right, I'll fucking crush this guy. And I thought I won both those fights, and I retired after I lost that fucking guy, but nobody knows it.
I thought that was Elkins.
No, I lost to Korean Zombie, Elkins, Feely, then
Rick Glenn.
Rick Glenn.
Yeah.
And I was like, I retired after the Rick Glenn fight, but I didn't tell anybody.
You've had many fights though where you were doing amazing and then lost, right?
Yeah.
Hang on.
All 3 of those split decisions.
You watched all those. There were split decisions.
Yeah, like you.
I think you were on. Were you not on the Nassau Coliseum card?
Yes. That was on that one. I for Chito Vera. Quick fucking loss. Depressing as shit.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So you were probably already in your own K-hole. Like I should kill myself. And
yeah. Who'd you fight on that card? On the
Elkins.
Oh, Elkins. Okay.
Yeah. He took me down a couple times. Whatever. The second round was questionable, and then the third round I crushed him.
Yeah, that was a decision one. I think I remember thinking,
hang on,
oh, you won that.
Who loses? All right, I'm making it about me. It's not about me. I'm just trying to get we talk about this. How many times have we talked about it? Like
a lot.
It's bullshit. Hang on, but that's why I retired. You know, and
but it's also what gives you such great insight
for sure
into the sport.
Yeah, because I had to
highs and lows, and then you had to deal with the weirdest aspect of fighting, which is that the people who judge the fights don't know what they're watching.
Yeah. But no, yes, exactly, Stan. I think I have good
very good insight.
Because I know how to win. I know how I know.
It's like fighters should be judges, right? But then again, it's like it makes sense for that, but then you think of it like, well, how do we know which fighters are this guy's friends? You know what I mean?
That's the weird gray area.
You know what? The thing is like, I personally love sport and competition.
Yeah.
Like, boom, you're my boy, but if you got your fucking face pounded in, sorry, dude. Like,
you're scoring at 29-28.
Yeah.
You gotta
instead of 30. Instead of 30. Maybe I don't know, but that's not changing my vote, though.
It's like he definitely lost that
Actually,
third
no.
round. Nah, he landed
I mean,
that right
if you
hand.
No, I wouldn't
It's
do
a
that.
draw.
I wouldn't do that.
Dennis,
Like I would call a spade a
and
spade.
Dennis Bermudez scores the fight. 28-28. This fight's a majority decision.
No, I wouldn't do that. I also think there should be more judges.
Yeah, more judges, and they should be fighters. Or they should be at least
To be trained.
part of your job should be to watch fights.
Now, on the same, I've said this before. Kyle Sermonero, I heard this from Kyle Sermonero, was like, who better to call a fight than someone doesn't know what fighting is?
But
who won that fight?
If that's the case, it shouldn't be 10-9 rounds. It should be the end of the fight, like Pride rules.
Okay.
Like fight mentality, like street fight mentality.
Okay. I agree.
Because 10-9 rounds, if you don't know what you're watching, you go,
Yeah.
the guy I like more.
Yeah.
You know, the guy I like
Saying
more.
at the end of the round, right? I bet you so many times these judges are fucking confused. Like, I don't really know, and they just kind of lean one way. Like, this guy ended the round strong. I'll go this way. You know.
So here's one thing I was told. I forget who told this to me, but I was like, "Holy shit!" Is that the judges are human beings,
Oh wow.
right? So
Thanks.
there's a lot of psychological things. You know, win the first minute of every round and win the last minute of every round. You can win 2 minutes of every round, and you'll win every round.
Yep.
What they remember.
And even
Right.
something we've talked about with the alpha male guys, and I know it's huge in boxing, is after the round, no matter how the round went, throw your hand up and stare at the guy. Because then it looks like, oh, he's inserting
Because I
dominance.
remember
He won that round.
I remember whooping all those motherfuckers' asses, and they're throwing their hands up. I'm like, dude, you just got your ass up. Put your fucking hands down.
Yeah.
And then they won. I was like,
The impressionable
fucking
judge was
asshole.
like, that guy won. You know, the guy who wasn't really
you
watching
stole
anymore.
the fight from me because you went like, with your black eyes and your fucked up face.
Yeah, that shit makes an impression. They see it, you know.
So that's another thing you could put in there. I mean, you could talk about a ton of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelleher, we definitely got to get you in studio. Before we let you go, we'll get your take on this one. Fight in your division. It looks like they're skipping, I think it should be Aljamain. It looks like they're going to skip Aljamain. They're going to do Aldo versus Cejudo.
Really?
Yeah.
This shit is getting crazy, man.
Who's got more followers? That's the thing.
Aldo's got millions,
I know.
I'm sure, yeah.
That's what it is.
It just devalues like the whole like becoming a champion because like it can just get overthrown by who's a bigger name in the end. Like Aldo's like on a losing streak. I thought he beat Marias barely.
Me too.
Barely.
Yeah, barely. It wasn't a robbery either which way, but it's just crazy that that's the route that they're actually going to go just because Cejudo wants that fight. Like defend the belt against the real number one contender. Like, what's the point to get there? You know how hard it's so hard to get a title shot in the UFC now because you got to take risks. Now Aljamain and Peter Yan probably got to fight and take another risk to lose their spot.
Yeah. And even that, like Aljamain, I guess he had the wrist injury, but he's just getting cut in the line. They were going to have Dominic Cruz cut him. If Uriah Faber won that fight against Peter Yan, he was going to cut him.
That's another thing, Dominic Cruz, bro. Like, what's going to happen if, Aldo or whatever, Cejudo wins and Cruz comes back and they do him next,
I love Dominic Cruz, but he hasn't fought since 2016.
Yeah.
And he was he would be getting a title shot if he was ready to go right now. But he wasn't. So how do you see that fight going? Obviously, you're going to lean towards Henry. At least I am.
Yeah, I lean Henry. I feel like just more well-roundedness, you know what I mean?
If Aldo still had those leg kicks.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He, doesn't throw them anymore. I wonder if someone knows why,
I think he broke his foot or fucked his foot up on a motorcycle, and ever since then, it seems like he stopped a little bit.
Yeah, someone mentioned that. I wonder if that's what it is, because he just didn't throw any against Marias, and it was there, too. He's moving into it.
Oh, yeah. And then something I've always seen that I do enjoy, I've watched a few of them, the boom breakdowns.
Yeah, baby. We got to get more active on those. I take breaks because I got the fight coming up, but I'm going to get back to those soon.
Yep.
Well, we need a boom breakdown on the Menace and The Man.
Well, even I was going to say you can hit us with a quick breakdown. It's not the biggest heavy card, so let's just get Rafael Dos Anjos versus Michael Chiesa. How you see that one going?
I give the striking advantage to Dos Anjos. I think, he's got better Muay Thai and stuff like that. Chiesa's he's they both fought at 55 before too, so no crazy size discrepancy. I think Chiesa has an advantage on the ground, but I think Dos Anjos is good enough to avoid.
Yeah,
You know,
he's a black belt.
I
Black belch.
lean towards Dos Anjos. Probably a decision. I think he'll outstrike him.
Menace, how you see that one going?
Man. I almost want to see how many fights they've each had.
Total?
Yeah.
Dos Anjos has more, definitely.
Because, like, we had on we had on Ryan Parsons, and, like, each fighter only has so many rounds in them.
Who are you saying might be done with their rounds? Dos Anjos?
I mean, if anything. Well, Chiesa just crushed Condit.
Yeah, that fucking
Which,
Kimura,
the same thing, like, Condit probably ran out of rounds.
Yes. I think also Chiesa at 170 is coming into his own a little bit. Dos Anjos has lost 3 of his last 4.
Yeah, which, and boom, like, I've been there, you've been in that, like, that fucks with you. Like, can I win again?
Yeah,
Sure, they've been close, but, like, can I win again?
I'm going Chiesa on that one. I think Chiesa's
Same.
coming into his own at welterweight, and I think he...
One thing about Dos Anjos is he shows like great wrestling defense because he fought like Colby and he fought Usman or no?
He fought Usman, yeah.
Man,
he
that
lost
is
Usman.
that's such a, because I've sparred Dos Anjos and I was like, am I gonna die right now with shin pads on, 16s on, and headgear? Like I was like, man, this guy.
But that was when he was on his tear.
Yes.
When he was like
before
to be a
he
lightweight
became champion.
Yeah.
I called that.
Damn.
But since then, like we talked about the rounds, like.
And so the main event of this UFC Raleigh card, Curtis Blades versus Junior Dos Santos.
I'm going Curtis. We've had it on the show. Do we have Dos Anjos?
We've had both of them on the show. Yeah,
We
yeah.
had Dos Anjos on the show. Yeah.
Who you got there?
The one
Boom?
thing Dos Anjos has really good takedown defense too. He's hard
Hang
to
on,
get
Dos
back.
Anjos wants to do a professional boxing match.
But just like the rounds, how many rounds Dos Anjos might be out of rounds?
I said that last time he fought, and I lost. Bad.
Yeah.
This is heavyweight too. You know what I mean? Like
You got more rounds at heavyweight. It's weird.
Yeah.
You
Blades
get hit
was-
harder.
No, he got fucked up last time by Nagano.
I know, but just he's 40-something years old.
Who? No, Junior's still young.
How old?
Junior is 35.
Like
When
when it comes to weight cutting, like you wish you were a heavyweight, right?
Yeah.
But then when you see Francis Ngannou, you're like, I'm so blessed to not be a heavyweight.
You know what? We had more of a thing with Curtis, but I'm gonna go.
What do you mean? We hung out with Dos Anjos in Florida.
No, I'm going Dos Anjos.
Yeah. Oh, well, how'd we have more of a thing with Curtis? Did we?
I think we had him on earlier in our.
Yeah, we did. But we broed out more with, what's his name?
Yeah,
Dos Anjos.
I'm going that way.
That's a
He's
tough
such
pick.
a nice guy too.
He is.
It's almost like I want to pick Dos Anjos just because we've met him, we've had him on the show, and super cool. But I think Curtis grinds him out there.
Oh, with the wrestling aspect.
Yeah, and even the ground and pound. It seems like Curtis has come into his own where first he was wrestle fucking people, but now he realized, like, nah, I'm going to beat the shit out of people while I wrestle fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's mauling people with ground and pound. That's what I was thinking too. If he can get him down, he's trouble, man.
That's like my heart is Dos Anjos, my head is Curtis Blades.
It's wild.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I got peace so bad.
So do I. So we'll take turns. You go first, and then we'll send Boom off. So, what do you want to see next for you, Brian?
You know, it actually all works out. Perfect timing. I want to get on that April 18th card in Brooklyn. That's like, a 3-month time span. That would be amazing.
Oh, yeah, and that's even what I tweeted you today. You think maybe O'Malley? O'Malley, I think, is going to fight end of February.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a little risky of a call out. I wanted to call him out like on the mic after the fight and make an explosion, but like I kind of figured like it might be a waste of a call out because you just never know. He might get injured, something, whatever. But he might be able to turn around quick, so you might as well shoot your shot.
Yeah, his fight was tentative, not official, but now he just got cleared by Nevada because of Osterin in his system.
Yeah, so he's fighting February. A couple months later. It depends if he wants to stay active. If not, I really don't care because, like, right now, it's just about getting back to my winning ways, get a good streak going because it's really, like, I'm not in a position to, like, pick and choose at this point.
Oh, yeah. And I know you also are sponsored by Terphouse, right?
Yeah, I got Terphouse, my CBD sponsor.
Oh, yeah. We have Terphouse as a sponsor as well. Now, you just on the CBD spectrum, or are you dabbling in the THC?
You know, I dabble here and there. I brought a little treat home from Vegas on accident. You know.
On accident, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Left it in my pants pocket. You know.
Hypothetically, brought home a treat.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. I like that. So here, Menace will grab it for a moment. I'm gonna use the restroom. This is how we do things here at Menace and the Man.
Hey, it's working professional right there. Smooth.
Rotation. So boom, music. You love music.
Yeah, I like to write. I like to rap a little, sing a little. You know.
What got you? What made you decide? Hey, I like this a lot.
Yeah, you know, it comes from my family heritage pretty much. Like my grandpa played trumpet his whole life. My dad played in a band. Like that's how my mom and dad met. He was playing in a band at like bars and shit, like cover songs. He plays guitar and sings himself, and like he writes songs as well. And he does like music. Like my basement has like all different like instruments and shit. And so like I was always around it, you know. And so growing up, like I had that feel for music. It was just natural to get into it. And then for me, I just always was connected to music where like some people don't feel it as much, but I'm like, I get chills, you know, with certain songs. So like, I just got into music. It touches me, you know, when I train, certain songs will like give me that energy. So I started writing and just getting creative with it. And I fell in love with it.
What is your walkout song and why?
My walkout song this fight was Sacrifices by Big Sean. Just to remind myself of like all the sacrifices I made, you know, throughout the years.
Do you always come at that song?
No, I switch it up usually like based off of like how I'm feeling, like leading up to the fight. I'll change it. Sometimes I'll do the same song, but this one I didn't come out to last fight.
Okay. Like me, like superstitious wise, like the song that I won to last, I'll keep coming. Like so, like I came out to Ambition by Wale for like 7 fights straight because I kept winning.
Yeah, that's
like,
a good
man,
one.
let me, I think that's a song that stood for me, you know.
I gotta make my own walkout song.
That's what I was gonna say. When you fight for the title, you're gonna be like, Dana, I'm rapping myself out to the octagon.
Yeah,
deal with it.
Do you have your music somewhere that people can find?
Like, you know what it is?
Are you on Spotify, YouTube?
I have a couple songs on Spotify. I've just been slacking on like the process. I have like 12 or 13 songs officially like produced, but I have to upload them onto Spotify.
Can we get a song on Menace and the Man?
I was gonna
right now. Like, can you
not
put
now.
a beat on? No, I want one. What do you mean not now?
He's all if he wants to. Yeah, I was gonna say he's all
I mean,
stuffed up.
he could say,
I'm
"Hey,
all
let's go."
congested and shit. I can't be singing right now.
But here's what I was gonna say. We had Menace's boy Anthony from where he works now, PSEG, on the show one time, spitting horrible bars.
Yeah.
That we were just like, oh my god. So we need Boom
funny.
to come in, and we're gonna chop it up, and we're gonna be like Tyre Woodley challenge.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like freestyle's rough, but I could like something I wrote already.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Do you have something that's already written, or can you play us something that isn't on the internet that we can be like, you get it first here?
I have a song on Spotify. I don't know if you can find it. It's like Champ Shit Only. It's for Tony Ferguson right there.
Ooh, I like that.
There's that one. There's a couple on there. I forget the names, but I have like multiple songs.
Or can you give us like a bar? One bar.
One bar, man.
Like I know you're like, jacked up.
Can I go off the screen? Because they're in my notes in my phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what I got in here.
Of course you can.
Yeah, you hear me sniffling and shit?
And that's in the we're gonna put that as a side note. Like, yo, man, my man's jacked up.
Well,
listen, you gotta edit out like the 1,000 sniffles I did during this thing.
No.
I got a deviated septum and a sinus fucking thing going on right now. All right, here I got bars for you right here.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Do you need like a beat, or are you just gonna go a cappella?
No, I'll go a cappella on this.
Okay.
Purpose isn't purpose if you're looking for the purses. It's the price you pay to purchase. Fucking demons and their curses. Fight them off. This is only business, man. I write them off. You don't have to listen to them. I the boss. You can change it. All you need is courage that explains it. Nothing on the side that's for my main chick. Stop complaining.
I like it.
That's a little bars for you. And I'm
like
back.
I like it.
What was that, like 12 there? Or is that a 16?
I don't know. I didn't know the count on it. I just stopped where it was done, like where I wrote.
Bro, so let's work up. Maybe we'll have you make an intro. People keep commenting on our shows. We need an intro song for Menace and the Man. So
Oh, I could do that. Yeah.
Wow.
Is there like a theme? Is there a theme you want? Or
Like Stan's fat, out of shape.
just Menace
And
and the Man.
I'm a has-been.
Just Menace and the Man.
so talking shit about you guys?
Yeah.
Essentially.
I mean, yeah, we'll take that, actually. Talking shit about us would be actually pretty funny.
We listen to
Yeah,
like,
you
Brian, are
can
you
either go
fucking
serious-
serious with this?
Yeah,
You fucking feel that way about me?
It's
man?
like Chael Sonnen has intro songs and exit songs about how great he is, but we'll have songs about how shitty we are.
Yeah, that shit's funny, man.
I mean, if we're
I'm
being
down.
honest, it should
I'm
be
down.
about how awesome I am and how much you're not awesome.
Oh, come on now. Some people.
Nah, I'll
think
go down with you.
yeah.
I think we need best of both. Like,
Yeah.
We'll throw Menace and the Man. in
Menace
there.
was the man. Now he's chilling with the man.
Yeah.
Stan, he's fat. He doesn't
gotta
give a
be-
care. He'll bang your girlfriend. He doesn't
It's
care.
got to be short, though, because it's going to be the intro.
But the Menace is a can. No.
We almost need like a 10-second short intro, and then we
Yeah.
could have the outro be however long you want to do it. The credits.
Yeah, it'll be a quick verse intro
Like,
in.
Menace and the
Awesome.
Man. Dennis was a has-been. Stan is having trouble fitting in his waistband.
Yep.
There you go. That's wordplay right there.
Thank you.
And then you could be like extra large shirts. Now he's on the double XL. You know, come up with some fucking wordplay like that.
All right, I'll get writing.
Awesome. You're the man, Kelleher. Thank you for the time.
Next time, you're sitting here. I'm like this.
Yeah, bro, we're down.
In the middle. I'm
Yeah.
fucking standing the man sandwich, baby.
What's the next big card? The John Jones Dominic Reyes card. So for the
That's
week,
February 15th, right?
February 8th.
Oh, 8th, yeah.
So
it's
maybe next week or that week, let's get you in here to do a boom breakdown with us.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's break down the fights. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you're not far. We're right over in West Babylon.
All right, yeah, that's not bad at all. I'm down, man.
All right, boom. You're the man. Thank you for the time.
Thanks for having me, guys. Boom, baby.
You
Talk
know, hey, you know my number. We'll keep in touch. Whatever you need, let me know.
I'll text you, man. Thank
Trading,
you.
talking, whatever.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep, you know what I mean.
Take it easy,
All right,
brother.
later, guys.
Peace.
Have a good one.
So, do you have your ride coming here?
I mean, in time. I think I got like 8 minutes.
Perfect. We're going to do an 8-minute interview with Gilbert Burns. Or does that upset you?
No, it's fine.
If he picks up. Usually we play that little phone tag game with Gilbert.
Ooh.
Usually when he comes on, you go, Durinho.
Oh, do I?
You do. But like I said, usually he's a 2 or 3, and then we get him.
Yeah, I gotta go pay for my hood.
What hood?
I bought a new hood for my truck, dude.
Oh, for your truck?
Yep.
Okay. Where you going? Petrol work?
Nope.
Where is it?
Around the corner. I don't know the name of it. Maybe 495 Motors or something.
Oh, that place? I've heard of it.
Yeah.
How come not Mo? Mo don't handle that?
Just my lady's brother owns it, and like he hooked it up.
Oh,
I guess.
there you go. Now Gilbert's ready. He just tried calling me. Your lady's brother hooked it up?
He worked. He owns it. I think. I think that's the name
okay.
of it.
Okay. So, yeah, let's see if Gilbert wants to grab it. There he is.
Oh, Durinho!
If you go long ways, Gilbert, you get both of us.
You feel what?
Go long ways with your phone.
You better?
Yep, there you go.
Who'd we have on that was saying that Gilbert is a better grappler than Maia?
His boy Vicente.
Woo. Gilbert, you love this fight. That's why you asked for it.
I don't even ask for it, to be honest.
Gilbert loves any fight.
Yes.
I want to fight. You guys already know I'm ready to fight. I was looking forward to fight last year. And I guess after the quintet, when I grappled with Jake Shears, Sakuraba, I think that took a little, I don't know. But I think that motivated the UFC a little bit. Sean Shelby and Dana, they were there watching. And I think after that fight, that would be interesting, that guy against Demian Maia. So 2 days after that, the day that Kamaru fought Kobe, they offered me the fight. And it still got a little weird because a little bit before that, I was talking to Demian, and we were kind of working to get a session together. I was in the UFC Brazil, and Jacare fought the main event. We were talking. He sit down by my side. We were talking, having a drink. But I never realized we never trained. It was even good that we never trained yet. So they offered the fight. I took it.
That was going to be one of my questions. Have you and him ever shared the mat together? But no.
No, I think we would be in the match one time together, but I think it was 2007. But yeah, I was a brown belt back then. He was a black belt. Like, we were on the same mat. I don't even think he remember. I do remember. But yeah, we never trained.
Now, after you beat Maia, are you going to text Ryan LaFlare like, hey, that's how it's done? Like that. You saw that, right?
Yeah. So, we trained a lot for that fight. That fight, we trained a lot. I remember Ryan pushed me. That's why I was able to go 3 rounds war with Alex Oliveira back then, the Brazilian cowboy. Yeah. I still remember that camp from.
I think if Ryan fought Maia again in like 2-3 months, he'd be able to beat him after that fight.
That was just an off night for Ryan, I think.
I think we with that fight, I think we underestimated a little bit Daniel's wrestling. We didn't thought he could take Ryan LaFlare down, and he did a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he surprised Ryan. Ryan was just an off night.
Yeah, he did great.
The fuck was that?
I think he was getting a call.
Oh.
So what did we catch you in the middle of? You about to go train?
No, I'm just done with the morning session. Now I'm just resting a little bit. My wife in Portugal for the Jiu-Jitsu Europeans, and I'm here with the kids. Kids are playing downstairs. I'm just relaxing between sessions. I'm gonna get another session soon.
How old are your boys?
Pedro is 6 and Joshua is 7.
That's like an awesome age. Is like you don't really have to like entertain them. They can just play with each other, and you're like, all right, they're not gonna kill each other. They're not gonna break anything. They're fine.
I wish they fighting all the time. They just threw the ball in one of the neighbor's house, and they were crying because the neighbor was in the house.
Yeah. Every once in a while, you'd be like, hey, don't hit him that hard, and like. No, don't throw that ball or that object in the house. You're going to break a window or put a dent in the shit.
They like that all the time. Fighting, crazy.
Now, are your kids Americanized or are they being raised Brazilian?
That's a Brazilian house right here, but Pedro is American. Pedro is Brazilian. He born in Brazil. He came here in 6 months. And Joshua is American, so they speak better English than Portuguese.
Okay. And they both do jiu-jitsu, no?
They both do jiu-jitsu. They stop, they back and forth, but they like to train. They wrestle each other all day long.
No gi or gi or both?
Both. You know, they wrestle too a little bit. They do football.
Nice.
Oh yeah, the family of black belts. Your brother's fighting this weekend, right?
Yes, I'm heading to Raleigh tomorrow night to help my brother on his fight.
Are you cornering him?
Yes, I'm cornering him.
Okay. Now, does he work out he trains with Henry and everyone in South Florida too?
He's training here with everybody at Censor, Hard Knocks.
Awesome. I saw pictures the other day. You were doing some wrestling with the champ, Usman?
Yeah, that was yesterday. Usman was leading the class. He had
Do the right thing.
the board fight in the Bellator division. So Coach Greg Jones there. And Kamaru is leading the class. It was a good session.
Now, is his cast come off?
Yeah.
I thought Usman was in a cast.
No, I don't think he's on the cast anymore.
Oh, so the cast is off.
Yeah, he was grappling already, yeah. I think he should take it easy a little bit, but he's grappling.
Awesome, Gilbert. We just wanted to get you on, touch base a little bit about that Maia fight, and just see how you're doing. We miss you.
Yeah, we miss you, dude.
I miss you guys too. I'm excited. Training hard as always. Excited with that fight. Trying to don't
I
get
got this.
overexcited,
Gilbert,
Work with that, yeah.
we're putting on our own promotion, little fight, MMA, amateur, maybe a couple pros, maybe a couple grapple matches.
Yeah.
How much does the Menace have to pay Durinho to grapple?
The grapple, yeah.
You could DM me. We could.
Yeah, I would DM you, no problem. I'm not crazy, nothing too crazy, but come on, bro.
We could parlay it to some training. You can sleep over my house, bring your whole family.
I think I passed that part a little bit. Come on, bro. We're gonna do something nice.
All right, I like it.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the commentary while you're inside the cage choking somebody out.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, put some money in your pocket, take your family in New York City. Come on, man.
Don't get hurt.
Sleep over.
Yeah, don't get kicked, don't get punched. I like
Yeah.
Yeah. So right after you choke Maia, I think you're gonna TKO Maia. Actually, I don't think Maia's gonna be able to take you down. If you do get taken down or you take him down, I think you guys just negate each other a little bit. I think you beat him up with the strikes.
Yeah, we're working a lot. The thing is, I got a couple options to do on that fight. I think I can stand up with him. I can take him down. I think I'll be able to. You can say, God, take him down. I can scramble up. I can get on top. I think I got good options. Still working on the strategy, see how I'm gonna do. But I got a couple options that I'm looking at.
What blows my mind is you guys are the co-main event on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of people talking. I don't know.
Whatever.
I guess Oliveira could be a main event too, but in Brazil, him versus Kevin Lee versus you versus Maia. You and Maia are like national treasures in Brazil.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think in worldwide, like Kevin Lee has a good name, and Charles Oliveira is very well rounded. But in Brazil, I think me and them are big right now. So I don't.
Just fight. Who gives a shit?
I don't know. I'm gonna fight anyway. First fight, last fight. Let's go.
Oh, 100%. And that's like a jiu-jitsu fan's dream fight right there.
Yeah.
Like you versus Gunnar Nelson was a jiu-jitsu fan's dream, and now we're gonna get like the real jiu-jitsu guys right now.
Yeah, that's the real. I'm excited, and you're working hard to get that main event spot like God here. And I was just putting in work, constantly working every day. I kind of had a plan already, kind of what I'm gonna do. Working on that with the coach. Henry's coming from Thailand on Monday. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk. But yeah, we're very confident for this.
Oh, for sure. And you know what happens when you beat Demian Maia, right?
Back on the Menace and The Man show.
You come back on Menace and The Man show, but also you're in title talks at that point.
100% I'm back. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. The division's a little crazy. We got Tyron Woodley. We got Leon Wagner. We got a couple guys there. RDA fighting this weekend. I don't know.
We don't care about none of these guys. We care about Durinho.
Me too. But yeah, that's not on my control. My control is that fight. I'm going to do my best to perform my best. I'm going to work hard as always on this camp. And let's go. I'm excited for March 14. After that, we'll see. But until March 14, I have a lot of work to do. I'm going to work extremely hard and smart to this fight and make sure I give my best performance.
Awesome, my man. So we're going to slide into your DMs. We're going to try to set you up to at least even get you as a VIP. Maybe we get you in the cage choking somebody out, but we'll hit you off with the date, everything.
You guys got a date already or no?
We got a tentative date, April 11th.
Nice. Okay, and then a lot of guys, I'll be the matchmaker too. I can.
Oh, I'm sure you definitely got guys for me.
We'll talk.
All the fighters, hey, give me a fight, you. I want to grapple with you. Okay, we're working. We're gonna work.
What? People are trying to grapple you?
No. A lot of UFC guys from the gym, from around. Hey, I want to grapple with you. Put me on the grappling match as well. I say, okay, no problem. So I know a lot of UFC fighters that they want to grapple.
Oh, I love that. So yeah, you're our new matchmaker, Gilbert. We love that.
I like that.
So yeah, April 11th, we're calling it the New York Combat Championship, and we'd love to have Gilbert Burns there. So we'll be in touch. We're gonna slide in those DMs.
Let's go. I'm excited.
Shake and bake.
All right, Gilbert. We don't want to keep you too long. Menace is about to go run. Menace just he passed his CDL license, so he could drive big trucks now.
Yep.
He wants to go celebrate.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Working man now, you know?
That's it.
All right, Gilbert. We appreciate the time. We'll get you back on again soon after you choke Demian out. And we'll definitely figure it out. And we'll get you in New York grappling in April.
For sure.
Do the one with this lap.
Ooh, maybe we'll get you in a combat jiu-jitsu match where you can slap people.
That me and Ryan LaFlare.
Against me. Yeah.
Or we'll set up a tag team jiu-jitsu match. You and
Yeah.
Menace could be a team.
Yeah.
Tag team, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
We got some things in the works.
I like that. I like
Very
that.
good. Very good.
And I have a couple of guys. They'll be matchmaking everybody. Everybody wants to fight. They talk to me. We do the matchmaking show.
Awesome. Good fight to your brother this weekend.
Thank you, brother.
And we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully you smash Maia and you come back on with that W.
Peace out, Gilbert.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Talk to you soon, brother.
Bye. Good show today, Stan.
Great show. There were points when I was like, man, I want to get to Gilbert. And you were like, no. Kelleher. I didn't say I want to get to Gilbert. You were like, Kelleher, let's start rapping.
Oh,
That's
yeah. I'm trying to get him going.
We got to come up with the red light. You know what I mean?
All right.
But episode 62, the only thing we didn't cover was Conor McGregor.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Nope.
Well, what'd you think of that? You expected that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I mean, he's back. We talked about it a little bit. How he carried himself. He looked good.
Looked amazing.
He might come back with that old personality, but he's always gonna be a good fighter.
Okay. I'll thank our sponsors, and then we'll get you out of here.
All right. Yeah.
So, as always, we got to thank Home Interiors by Anthony Giramita. We always got to thank our friends at G Fuel. Menace had the... Whoa.
We got my shaker, dude.
Bro, we got $3 million worth of equipment here. Yeah, I was going to hold the shaker up and say Menace obviously had his G Fuel shaker the whole show. We had... I want to call him Salami Sal, but it's Sirloin Sal. Yep. We had Sirloin Sal drinking his G Fuel. Big shout out to our friends at G Fuel. We're going to hook Jared Cannonier up with
Who's
some...
drinking this? Why is it empty?
Sal.
A motherfucker.
Why is it not empty? Always got to send some love to our friends at Great South Bay Brewery. We're going to work on that trivia night.
Yep. And
we're going to use that trivia night as like a build-up, a marketing tool for our show.
Okay.
The law offices of Michael Pastiglione, our friend Chris over at Dashing Dan's, and our friends at Terphouse.
Whoop, whoop. I need some gummies, some sleepy time gummies, Terphouse.
All right, we'll get on that. Yeah, when you were in the bathroom, I was talking to Kelleher about that Terphouse,
Okay.
but I had to pee, so I just wasn't even, had to run out.
Yeah,
but
you're wild.
So, episode 62, we'll see you guys next week.
All right, well, see you later. Press end, Stan.